6:30.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of South-Doyle High School and Military Memorial Stadium for tonight's game between the Anderson County Mavericks and your South-Doyle Cherokees. This game is being played according to the rules of the Tennessee Secondary School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair
High school cheerleaders here at ORUD getting ready for the big game. The best.
M-A-V-E-R-I-C-K-S. The best. M-A-V-E-R-I-C-K-S. The best. M-A-V-E-R-I-C-K-S. The best. Let's go.
Host your friends in style and be the envy of your neighborhood when entertaining this football season with natural gas appliances purchased from ORUD at 0% interest.
Want to cozy up next to a natural gas fireplace after a chilly night at the field? Let ORUD help you with the play-by-play to truly make your house feel like home.
Adding a natural gas grill to your home means that you'll never have to run to the store before kickoff to fill up that propane tank again. Make the switch today.
You can make the game-winning play by switching to natural gas this football season. ORUD is your affordable energy choice.
at corner, number 15. At safety, number 4. Safety, number 6, Cole Phillips.
For just the 8th time, South-Doyle and Anderson County will meet on the gridiron. A home-and-home series was played in 2019 and 2020, which saw each team win once. Perhaps it was a stroke of luck. The formerly 5A Cherokees were dropped to 4A this season, which makes them a region opponent of this newly familiar foe. Last season, on this very field, South-Doyle trailed the entire game before scoring a touchdown with 27 seconds left to tie with an extra point, a chance to. An offsides penalty on the Mavericks moved head coach Clark Duncan to instead go for 2, and senior Noah Myers converted to deliver the win for the home team. That game didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but this one does, as the winner tonight may be the favorite to secure a regular season region championship. Both clubs are battle-tested and will be ready for each other tonight. It's Anderson County at South-Doyle on your OEB Law Game of the Week. Day or night, 24/7, someone will be there to answer and give you a free consultation and get to work on your case immediately. Call 865-546-1111 or visit the website full of helpful information, recintoacheck.com. That's OEB Law. I'm Aaron Harvey, and alongside me, as always, is Coach James Hoot Gibson. We're going to see a lot of talent on the field tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited to be here tonight. Both teams will showcase plenty of talent.
All eyes will be on Sean Gary of South-Doyle. The senior has 9 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns, and over 750 yards on the ground this season. Anderson County will have to find a way to stop him to win this game.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that Sean Gary was a backup wide receiver when we started the 2020 season, and now he's one of the better backs in East Tennessee.
This will be an exciting football game, and we'll get into details of it, as well as talk about what else is going on around the area when we get back. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
OEB is excited to be a part of this year's football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit recintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. Just over 20 minutes until kickoff here at South-Doyle, where Anderson County is in town. On the field right now, I think this is really cute. The South-Doyle High School cheerleaders have brought on the future South-Doyle cheerleaders. So these are your Pop Warner Little League cheerleaders, and they are going to all in unison perform a routine in pregame. I like that. That's really cool. Joining me, as always, Coach James Hoot Gibson. So, shocking news this week. A South Pittsburgh head coach, Chris Jones, announced on Monday that he was resigning to take a position in the CFL. For people who aren't familiar with this situation, South Pitt head coach, they had Vic Grider as head coach from 1997 to 2012. He retired, and 2 years later, the Pirates lost 6 games, something that hadn't happened since 1992. Grider came back for the 2015 season, got the program back on track, won a bunch of games, and then retired. Following that has to be difficult, but there was a man for the job. It was Chris Jones. He was an alum with boatloads of coaching experience. He began coaching at Tennessee Tech before making it to the Canadian Football League. In 2004, he got the head job with the Edmonton Eskimos, and a year later would lead that program to a Grey Cup. In 2016, he moved over to Saskatchewan to lead the Rough Riders and defensive coach for the Cleveland Browns in the NFL. He only spent 1 season there, and when Grider left a vacancy, Jones filled it. He got to coach in 1 game. That's it. It was a 35-7 win over Sequatchie County. The next 2 games were canceled for COVID. That was going to change tonight, as Whitwell is in town for a region showdown, but instead, Jones is going back to Canada. The response to this has been anger from the media and people in the area. There's probably a lot to this story that will never make it on the record. What are your thoughts about this drama in Marion County?
I knew Chris Jones well when he was the head coach of the Edmonton Eskimos, and if he left South Pitt, something's weird going on. He loved South Pitt, so that's a true shocker for me. He was a great talent evaluator for the CFL. Anytime they were holding their draft workouts and such, he was always at the forefront of that and really getting to know those players that might be someone that they drafted into the CFL. So I'm imagining where he's been in the league for a while, and that he got a full taste of what it's like coaching high school football on the parents' side of it at a proud place like a South Pitt, and I think he figured out real quick that he needs to get back into the professional ranks and not have to deal with all that extra drama when you have to be a head high school football coach.
That's really interesting. Didn't Jonathan Crompton play for the Edmonton Eskimos?
He sure did, yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So Wes Stone and Heath Grider, who have been longtime assistants in that program, they have assumed head coaching duties. You know, if South Pitt fans don't want to see their game tonight, they can hop on I-24 and head to Signal Mountain, where a big region showdown will take place with Loudon. The Redskins are unblemished but barely tested, and those Eagles aren't a slouch. This is a huge game as far as the region is concerned.
Listen, okay? Loudon is the real deal. And one of the better teams in the state of Tennessee, so you better keep your eye on them and watch that score tonight, because I tell you, there's very few teams in East Tennessee that's got a better offense than the Loudon Redskins.
Yeah, Loudon looking very good this season, but I tell you what, if you're in that area, you want another good game to attend, and you are there, drive on by Loudon, or drive on by Signal Mountain, hop on I-75, go north, and then make it to Sweetwater as Kingston looks to remain unbeaten and pick up her second region win. This could be the first real test for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, this is a huge game for the Yellow Jackets, who we saw last week against Rockwood. You know, they are a really good team. They've got good quality depth on both sides of the ball, and they can move the ball offensively. If they do that, they'll get another win. And I tell you, Kingston, Loudon moving forward, that's traditional high school football in East Tennessee. When Kingston and Loudon is good, high school football is healthy, and you really want to see that, because the crowds that the Kingston-Loudon game is going to bring is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate this again. In Week 11, pending something bad happening with COVID, you never know with all the uncertainty, Week 11, we will have Kingston versus Loudon, and that will take place.
Gibson Memorial football game.
There you go. So I know you're looking forward to that one. I am too as well. I tell you what, we've got some other things that we need to talk about when we get back, and also we're eventually going to preview our game tonight as Anderson County is in South-Doyle. You are tuned in to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with ditch witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. I should get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus. I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends. Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
You do everything.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by James Gibson. We are in South-Doyle, and Anderson County is too. This is a region matchup. They played the previous 2 years, and it wasn't for region because South-Doyle was 5A. Anderson County 4A, but now they're both 4A, so this one matters. It counts. So I'm looking forward to this game. But before we get into that, let's talk about some other things going on in the area. You know, Clinton is 3-1 on the season, and that's a great start for the Dragons. But a hot Powell team awaits them tonight at home. If Powell plays as well as it has the last couple of weeks, this one could be over early.
Yeah, I'm excited for Clinton's future moving forward. They had that tough loss versus Oak Ridge, but it sure could be a big game versus Powell and Clinton. I'm looking for Powell to win that. It's just Powell's on a different level right now athletically with the talent that they have over there. Powell big.
I love school sports, whether it's high school, it's college, middle school, it doesn't matter. You see on the field now junior ROTC from South-Doyle, and they collected some flags that were no longer serviceable, and they're being recognized on the field for that right now here at South-Doyle and getting a round of applause like they deserve. So speaking of Oak Ridge, they've got a 1-3 record, so that's the reverse of that. But to be fair, the Wildcats, they've had opportunities to win all 4 games, but for whatever reason, they haven't been able to put everything together for all 4 quarters. Kendall Jackson and company are in Lenoir City tonight for a region showdown. Is this the night that allows Oak Ridge to right the ship?
This is the night that Oak Ridge explodes offensively. I look for them to take their anger out on Lenoir City and win in dominating fashion. Oak Ridge big.
So as someone who has been in the locker room at several different levels, how big is that for momentum and for your confidence going into the meat of the season?
Oh, it's huge. Anytime you're pulling out some wins, it's a big momentum builder for you, especially in the middle of the season. You want to carry that on throughout the playoffs, so it's big.
So we talk about this every week, but COVID gives us some matchups that we don't normally see. Coalfield's game against Oakdale was canceled. Well, guess what? Knox Carter's game against Scott High was canceled. So you know what? Naturally, let's just throw the Yellow Jackets in with the Hornets and let them have an all-insect extravaganza. Obviously, Coalfield is a much, much smaller school than Carter, but Coach Benson Napier took the matchup anyway. Thoughts on this?
Coalfield plays an easy schedule, okay? This is a great pickup by the Coalfield Yellow Jackets because, they don't really – They play in the single A classification, so anytime that they can add tougher schools to the regular season, I think it's a big plus for that program. Your starters are only playing 1 quarter a game when you're winning 60-0. So really and truly, they need to play some tougher opponents throughout that regular season to help those players develop into a more disciplined player moving forward and moving deeper into the playoffs.
All right, so Coalfield, none of their games have been close. They've blown out every single team that they've played. They were up 60-0 last week against Sunbright. So what you're talking about, your starters are only playing like a quarter. So Carter comes to town. Coalfield more than likely gonna take an L in this game. I don't know, man. I don't know. You might get surprised. No, I do think. Listen, I think Coalfield is probably going to get beat by 3 touchdowns. However, I do get your point of what you're saying.
Yes.
That this is going to help prepare them when you do get into the playoffs. You start playing these better teams that are better than anybody.
Regardless of what happens tonight in that game, it's going to be a good experience for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets. It's going to be humbling. They're going to be experienced to a more depth situation than what they're used to, and that is good. It's going to challenge those starters of that smaller program Coalfield school into playing 3-4 quarters when they haven't been able to do that all year, and probably not moving forward until they get deeper into the playoffs. So it's going to help those depth, and it's going to help those starters for that Cofield program.
And if you're listening to that and you're wondering, like, well, why would Cofield pick up a really tough opponent like that, and they're going to take a loss? Why would they do that when they were going to be gifted a win anyway? Well, they're still going to get a region win because it was Oakdale that had to forfeit. They get the region win. Now, this game tonight against Carter, it will go into the overall record, but who cares?
Yeah, and that's no offense to Oakdale. Very, good single-A program, but you're talking about a program with 15 to 20 kids on the roster maximum. So who is the better opponent for this very talented Cofield team, around 40 players on their roster? An Oakdale team with 20 kids or a Carter team with 50-plus kids? It's going to be a better game for that Cofield program playing a bigger program in Carter.
You know what's interesting about that is Carter plays in this region with South-Doyle and Anderson County, and they're traveling to Rochelle Field in Morgan County tonight.
Great experience
to take on
and for Carter. It's going to be a great experience for Carter to travel down there to see what single-A football is all about, and I think they're going to get a big surprise in that first quarter. Benson Napier and company is doing a heck of a job down there coaching them up, and look for them to be smash-mouth football and to really shock Carter early on.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what that can be. I tell you what, let's go ahead. I think we're about to get ready to do the national anthem, so let's hang out with that as the South-Doyle High School marching band is on the field.
And now we ask that you remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your caps as the South-Doyle High School marching band plays our national anthem.
Performed tonight by South-Doyle High School's marching band. That means it is almost game time. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and get a timeout. And when we get back, we'll talk about this matchup tonight here at South-Doyle. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
We do everything from checklist and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center.
Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford.
Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
OEB Law is excited to be a part of this year's football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit wreckintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
I am a simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best, and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Evans Mortuary.
Welcome back into your OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by James Hoot Gibson, and I would say that fans of South-Doyle are happy with the way the season has gone so far. Oak Ridge ended the Cherokee shot at a 5A state title in the semifinals of the playoffs last November, but revenge was served in the opening game of this season. The team suffered a loss at Grace Christian as well in the 2020 season, but that was avenged in Week 2. Last week, a trip to the bigger Bearden was something to celebrate. Final score 26-7. Yeah, things are going pretty good. The same can't be said for Anderson County. The Mavericks jumped out to leads against Powell, Science Hill, and Ray County, but all three games resulted in losses. When things are good, they're spectacular. The offense gets a lot of credit, but the defense has shown bright flashes as well. But for whatever reason, there are lulls, and the byproduct has been a disappointing 1-3 record. Do you think the contrast between these two wildly different situations could be a factor in this game tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. South-Doyle knows how to win the close ones, and unfortunately, AC hasn't been able to pull out those close games yet. But I'm thinking we're going to see something different tonight out of Anderson County.
South-Doyle is your classic football team in that they'll focus on defense, running the football, and winning special teams. It's not flashy, but it's a proven formula. In a win against Bearden last week, the Cherokees allowed just 70 yards of offense. We've already talked about Sean Gary, but he's worth talking about again. He emerged out of basically nowhere last season after some injuries in the running back room. Once Coach Clark Duncan saw him with the ball in his hands, it was bad news for other teams. Anderson County will remember Gary because he rushed for 169 yards on 19 carries against the Mavericks. Tonight, he'll be lined up in the backfield or out wide, wherever he can possibly get touches.
Listen, Gary is a do-all top player who normally is the best DB or running back on the field in any given Friday night. Truly a gifted athlete who will play at the next level. Not sure on his offer list at the moment, but I know he will be a big pickup for someone.
All right, we see South-Doyle has won the toss. Let's see what they elect to do. I guess South-Doyle has won the toss. I can't tell by the way Mr. Whitehead is acting. Now he's talking to Anderson County. This is a lengthy conversation for the coin toss. All right, so here we go. So actually, Anderson County has won the toss. Okay, no. They've switched directions. Okay, South-Doyle has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. That's kind of interesting.
That is interesting. I was kind of expecting Clark to defer. So we'll see what happens here.
Okay, so AC has tools. Walker Martinez stepped into the role of full-time quarterback. Gavin No is a more than capable running back, and the wideouts are special as well.
Very good defense. Now, listen, South-Doyle has some really gifted defensive backs, and it's going to be a challenge for Anderson County. They've got to really throw that ball in there tight, and the wide receivers have got to catch and hold on to the football.
Okay, so contrasting styles meet. What are the keys for both teams?
For Anderson County, they've got to win the turnover battle, win in the kicking game, and limited penalties. They cannot have a lot of mental mistakes. For South-Doyle, they've got to win in the trenches, they got to win the time of possession, and they've got to put some pressure on this Anderson County quarterback.
All right, as we get ready for the Judge Roger Miller kickoff. Sean Gary back deep to receive for this South-Doyle team. And set to kick off for Anderson County is Chris Nelson.
Nelson only taking 2 steps back.
Yeah, it's a pooch kick. All right, they don't want to kick it to Sean Gary. I don't blame them. Instead, a fair catch is made, and South-Doyle will begin their very first Sexton Automotive drive at the 26-yard line of the Cherokees.
South-Doyle coming out with trips to the bottom of your screen.
Nick Martin has Gary in the backfield, sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, gets it out to Gary on this Hammers 1st and 10, and Gary immediately with running room gets it all the way up to the 47-yard line to pick up another Hammers 1st and 10. That is a 21-yard gain on the first play.
Easy design play to get the ball into the best athlete's hands and let him run.
Gary in the backfield sends a man in motion.
As we see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, that's all it is.
Just let him outrun the defensive players for Anderson County to the sideline.
Faked an in around to Almarian Greer, and instead sent Gary out the other direction. And here's Gary with a handoff, and he gets upended.
Big tackle that time by Gavin Novas, junior linebacker, 6'1", 225 pounds for the Anderson County Mavericks. He is a very good athlete for Anderson County.
That he is.
You see him coming off the edge. He was almost in the backfield before the running back had to play.
Sean Gary has the second most yards rushing in East Tennessee, and third is Gavin No.
Imagine starting the 2020 season. He was a backup bench player, wide receiver for the South-Doyle football team.
Yes. And South-Doyle wants to take a timeout. We'll do the same thing. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com to shop online for quality home appliances today.
OEB Law is excited to be a part of this year's football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit wreckintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
Doyle, the Cherokees coming out of a timeout. Ball is spotted at the South-Doyle 48-yard line.
And Sean Gary is split out to the slot position at the top of your screen.
Yeah, they're going to put him just a little bit everywhere. Anywhere they can to get him the football. Hunter Simpson in the backfield. And here is a pass, and it is incomplete off the hands of Gary.
Really good defensive coverage by Thor Williams, the senior safety that's 5'10", 170 pounds for this Anderson County football team. Hit him right in the hands. He should have came down with it, but very tough catch as the Anderson County defensive back was right in his pocket.
And you said he should have caught that football, and you could see him on our screen there, and he was patting himself on the chest because he knew he should have caught that. Same formation now for South-Doyle, 3rd and 9. Nick Martin waits for the snap,
slot to the middle of the field.
Gets it. Now he's looking to the right. He's got a man streak.
And pass interference.
Incredible as we see our Chuck Fleischman replay.
Boom. Back shoulder throw.
That was a great throw.
The only person on the field that can catch that football is the wide receiver in that situation. Right. Great job by the quarterback of South-Doyle.
Martin. Now he's got a man. Throws it up for him, and that pass is incomplete. Trying to get Dalen Swaggerty.
And Swaggerty wants that one back. That was a really good throw. Almost came down with the ball. I'd love to see that on this replay here. Great route.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Right off the fingertips.
Oh. So South-Doyle, a 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the 25-yard line of Anderson County. Here's Martin. Handoff goes to Gary. Gary starts to the right, goes to the left, gets all the way up to about the 20-yard line. Quick pickup of about 5 will bring up 2nd and 5.
Gavin Noe in on the tackle for the Anderson County Mavericks again. He is all over the field. I'm really impressed with this quarterback of South-Doyle, Nick Martin, who's a senior. He's 6'4", 220 pounds. He's got a really good command of this offense.
You saw in that Chuck Fleischman replay why Sean Gary is so special. Oh, and he fumbles the football, and Anderson County has come up with it.
Big play for the Mavericks of Anderson County. Eli Nelson, 6'2", 250-pound defensive tackle, came in, fell on the ball. Just a miscommunication by the South-Doyle quarterback and running back.
Yeah, Sean Gary, I don't think he was expecting the football, so he never secured the football. And Nick Martin tried to dump it in his breadbasket anyway.
Huge break for Anderson County. All momentum was swinging towards South-Doyle there.
It is. So now the Mavericks will begin a Sexton Automotive drive at the 25-yard line. With the Hammers, 1st and 10. So here's Walker Martinez, Gavin Noe in the backfield. Also a fullback in there. Here's the snap. Noe with a handoff. Noe straight up the middle. Gets across the 30 down to about the 31 before he's brought down.
Really good run there by Noe. Good job by the Anderson County offensive linemen working their way up to a second level to create that hole for him, as you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay. Right now, something that I know that is of significance is that South-Doyle defensive backs are manning up the Anderson County wide receivers and so on and so forth. Pressure opportunity for that South-Doyle defense. And that's a pretty strong statement to make out of the South-Doyle team to go man up with a team like Anderson.
Now, Anderson County faces a 3rd and 3. Martinez rolls to his right, quickly looks, that pass is picked off. Going back the other way is Jamichael Ham, and Ham takes it all the way to the end zone for the Ryan Spitzer touchdown Cherokees. Jamichael Ham with his 3rd interception of the season.
See here on the Chuck Fleischman replay, rolls out, makes a fatal mistake, underthrew his wide receiver. South-Doyle makes him pay.
Well, that's a turn of events. As now for South-Doyle, Grant Bush is in to attempt the extra point. Nolan Brang to hold. Snap, set, kick is up. That kick is good. South-Doyle leads with 8:26 left to go in the first quarter, 7-0 over Anderson County.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians. And for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week. It took 3 minutes and 34 seconds for the first team to get on the board. And it was on defense as South-Doyle, Jamichael Ham with a pick 6 gets South-Doyle up in this game 7-0.
And this crowd over here at South-Doyle just exploded with Michael Young coming over here on the sideline, or Ham explaining, hey, this is too easy. That was too easy. He's fired up, and so is this South-Doyle football team.
So with the Judge Roger Miller kickoff, it will be Grant Bush. Garrison Terry back deep to receive for Anderson County. He won't get a chance to receive this one, though, as that ball goes out of bounds at around the 6-yard line.
Bush's kick goes out of bounds. Anderson County will put the ball in play. 1st and 10.
So AC could have forced South-Doyle to re-kick it. Instead, they'll get the ball with the Hammers 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You have to do something offensively to create some separations with your wide receivers, and that's going to take longer routes for your wide receivers to get down the field to get open, which means that your Anderson County offensive line has got to block and hold their blocks a lot longer.
So this is Anderson County's second Sexton on motive drive. Martinez rolls to his left, looking upfield. He's just going to throw it out of bounds.
Again, what I was just alluding to earlier, these routes take longer to develop because of such great athletes of the defensive backfield that South-Doyle has. So it's going to be a good challenge for this Anderson County offense.
2nd and 10 now. Martinez with a tight formation to the left. Handoff just goes to Gavin No. No crosses the 35, gets across the 40 down to the 41-yard line. So that's a good pickup of 6 by Gavin No.
You got to love how Gavin No runs the football. He runs it with authority, and it is almost a guarantee that he's going to fall forward when he runs the football.
Yeah, you can see it there on that Chuck Fleischman replay. So Anderson County faces another 3rd down. Remember, on their last 3rd down, they threw a pick 6. Tight formations to the right. And now Gavin No is going to be stopped in the backfield. A loss of 1 will bring up 4th and 5, and Anderson County will bring the punt unit on.
Big number 73, Max Hall, who is a junior. He's 6'4", 275 pounds, in on the tackle for the South-Doyle football team.
Zeke West is the punter. And, of course, Gary is going deep to receive for South-Doyle. A 3-and-out for Anderson County.
And this is somebody that you don't want to punt to if you're Anderson County.
And we've got a stoppage in play. I don't see any flags, but there was one. Illegal substitution, and that was against South-Doyle. And that results in an automatic 1st down for Anderson County.
That is huge.
So South-Doyle is up 7-0 with 7:05 left to go in this 1st quarter, about to get the ball back. And then a 5-yard penalty is going to allow Anderson County to get the Hammers 1st and 10.
That's a big break for Anderson County, and a needed break. Anderson County's got to get more momentum moving forward with this offense, creating a little more separation, lean on the run game, and see if they can't get a couple 1st downs in a row.
So that was just a 5-yard penalty. Places the ball at the Maverick 45. So Martinez back in business. He's got Nick Moog in the backfield with him now, and Moog gets the handoff, cuts to his right, picks up 3 before he's brought down on the play. Actually, we'll give him 2.
Just a little quick pitch to his running back there. who tries to pick up the outside edge. South-Doyle does a really good job of containing him back inside for his help to make some tackles.
So tight formation to the right there for Anderson County. Fullback in the game as well. Handoff goes back to Moog. Moog starts up the middle and then steps to his right and picks up 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and long.
Brought down by Max Hull and Hunter Simpson. Gain 1, 3rd and 7.
Anderson County has some talented players that play both ways. Nick Moog, one of those, leads the team in tackles with 38. But now Gavin No back in the game.
Look for Anderson County to do some type of rollout to get Martinez out of the pocket.
Price and Val in motion from right to left. And here is Martinez, and he short hops it, trying to hit Val. So now we have another 4th down, and a 5-yard penalty won't save Anderson County this time as they bring the punt unit on. Do you see this in the Chuck Fleischman replay? You said look for a rollout.
He did, and Martinez threw it to the sticks, and that's where the ball was. The wide receiver was just a little bit deeper than what Martinez would have liked.
Timing off there, you think?
It was off. What should have happened is the wide receiver should have cut about 2 to 3 yards deep of the first down and then come back to the sticks.
So here's a punt by Zeke West, and it was almost blocked, but that punt goes out of bounds, and I would say that's probably by design.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to kick it to Sean Gary, I can tell you that. Interesting thing that happened in pregame is number 20 for South-Doyle, Tristan Mullins, who plays wide receiver and defensive back for the South-Doyle team. He actually got injured in pregame and got kind of banged up, and he's not been on the football field so far tonight.
So this Sexton Automotive Drive will begin at the 17-yard line of South-Doyle, where it will be a Hammers 1st and 10. Nick Martin has Gary in the backfield. Handoff goes to Gary, starts to his right, and he's bottled up and dropped in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play will bring up 2nd and 12, as now we are joined by Mr. Tim Elrod of this little organization that we like to call OEB Law, just a little outfit.
Yeah, well, you know, we're around, involved in the communities, and happy to be here tonight, no doubt.
I'm happy to be here as well, and I know that you're glad to be here because you get to see your favorite team, the Anderson County Mavericks. An unfortunate pick 6.
You know, turnovers are probably going to be one of those big differences. You know, that penalty on 4th down for them, boy, he just got it out there to the flat, but he was covered up pretty nicely. But that penalty on Anderson County or on South-Doyle gave them a 1st down, gave them new life. They didn't capitalize on it, you know. Those small things like that are definitely going to be the difference in this game because both teams, you know, they look pretty well matched tonight. And, you know, South-Doyle has Mr. Gary. And Anderson County's got a slew of running backs and receivers. They've just got to put those 4 quarters together. So
a big 3rd down. It's a 3rd and 10 here. And here's Martin, gets the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, is going to take off and be dropped for a loss of 2.
That's affecting the quarterback. You know, it might not have been when those defensive linemen fire off like that and get a good push at the line of scrimmage, you know, that affects the quarterback and things like that happen. You know, now we got a 3rd and 11.
No, it's a 4th and 11.
4th and 11. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So South-Doyle is going to have to punt this football away.
And they're backed up pretty good. Field position, you know, looks like it's going to favor Anderson County if we can field the punt. But it's just great to be here tonight. Well, you got that off. End over end.
Oh.
Well, looks like a 9-iron with a little backspin there.
Yeah.
So
Here, I tell you what, that was a low punt, and so maybe you don't want to try to come up and catch that on a run. Maybe you're afraid to bounce hard off your shoulder pads. But
what I've always noticed at the high school level, you know, it's always an adventure in kicking, whether it's kickoff, punts, or field goals. In high school football, it always, you know, you never know what you're going to get. And that makes it hard on the other team to make that decision whether he should have picked it up or let it roll. And he let it roll, and it got a good bounce. So
Anderson County with good field position to start this Sexton Automotive Drive. The Hammers 1st and 10 is spotted at the 46-yard line of the Mavericks.
It's so good to see a lot of people out here tonight. Full packed house. He's looking down the seam. Looks like he's got a flat there. Caught the ball.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Martinez's pass is complete to Eli Braden.
It looked like he was looking up the field, up the seam there, but just opted out for his second check down read. Had good protection, good pocket right there, all day to throw.
Yep.
You know, so he made the right decision on that one.
Found Eli Braden, who is a backup quarterback on this team as well. Here's Martinez, looks upfield, he's got a man,
strike.
And that is complete and into the end zone. Touchdown. That is a Ryan Spitzer touchdown. Braden Miller catches it, and just like that, Anderson County is going to have an opportunity to tie this game.
Well, you know, they tried the left, and then they tried the right, and they must have seen something there. They got that one-on-one coverage going down, and bang, we get a score. Maybe I need to stay on the mic for a while because we're going to need a lot of those.
I think Coach Sandy Gillen would like it if you stayed on the mic. I don't know. Some people are superstitious. I've never really been that superstitious. To steal a quote from Michael Scott of The Office, I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious. So I don't know about that, but I know some people have theirs. As that extra point goes through for Chris Nelson. So Anderson County punches it in, ties this game up with 3:11 left to go in the first quarter at 7 here at South-Doyle.
Evans Mortuary has
been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Game of the week, Aaron Harvey, Tim Elrod here with you, and Anderson County getting ready for this Judge Roger Miller kickoff. And again, it is Chris Nelson, and probably just going to pooch this one up because you don't want to give Sean Gary an opportunity to return this thing.
No,
that's all it
absolutely
is.
not.
And this time a fair catch is not called for, and it's Owens.
He railroaded him. I mean, he ran over him like a Mack truck. That Anderson County kid's got to break down, get a little lower if he's going to tackle somebody coming at him full speed like that, or collisions like that are going to happen.
So Tawan Owens, and you can see this on the Chuck Fleischman replay, Tawan Owens was the starting running back on the South-Doyle team last year, and he got injured. And they go to their backup. He got injured as well, and then they bring in Sean Gary. He wasn't even a starter, and then they find out, like, man, this guy's really good when the lights come on.
Who knew? Except probably a lot of D1 coaches out there.
Yeah. So here's fakes the handoff to Gary Martin with a quick out. That pass is complete up to the 40. They're going to give him the 47 of Anderson County. So that Hammers 1st and 10 results in a pickup of 6.
So maybe both teams is shaking off those early game jitters. You know, this is a big game in the region, and you know, whoever wins this game definitely controls their destiny. But you know,
yeah, for sure.
That's why we love high school sports, no doubt.
That's right. Tyquan Stewart on the reception there, and Martin hands off to Gary. Gary hits the hole up the middle, keeps moving those feet, but picks up about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and short for South-Doyle.
That was a really good north-south run. He lowered his shoulders, he hit the hole. You know, he took the lick, bounced off, got a couple extra. It's just going to be a, you know, and when you look at it, if you've noticed, Anderson County is really rotating in a lot of players, and I think the reason they're doing that now is they've certainly learned their lessons playing some of the bigger schools and getting in football shape and really developing some depth.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Gary with the handoff, starts up the middle,
right
cuts
off
it
the
to the
head.
left, makes a couple guys miss. He'll have enough for the Hammers 1st and 10 as he gets inside the 40-yard line down to the 39 of Anderson County.
That was a good second effort on that. You know, he got on the edge there. It looked like somebody had him around the ankles, but he just shook that off and was able to get in for the first down.
Yeah, this Chuck Fleischman replay won't lie to you.
Yeah, just good second effort there. Leans forward.
Protected the football.
Yeah.
Picked up that Hammers 1st and 10, so South-Doyle keeps this drive alive. Under 1:30 left to go in the first quarter now.
You know, I think one of the things that South-Doyle is going to need to answer this game is, do they have the depth to go those 4 quarters? You know, I think they've got 8 or 9 guys going both ways, which you see a lot in high school football. But
and here is a go route.
Just underthrew him. You know, if he'd have laid that out a little bit more, he had him in stride, and 3 was definitely beat on that one.
I believe we've got a flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Well, it can't be worse than the flags that we saw last night on the rivalry Thursday game.
So there it is. Illegal procedure on South-Doyle. Maybe took off just a little bit too early.
You know, Fulton last night scored 3 times back to back to back. 60, 70-plus yard breakout runs, passes, whatever. Each one of them got called back, but it still wasn't enough for Gibbs to withstand the onslaught that Fulton put on him. So, you know, I think I had enough of the flags last night.
Yeah. 2nd and 15 for South-Doyle. Martin with Gary in the backfield. Handoff goes to Gary, looking for running room up the middle. Picks up about 3. We'll bring up 3rd and long, and now we have under a minute left to go in this first quarter. So we're going to wrap things up with you, and I'm going to let you enjoy this football game. It's going to be a good one, and we can already tell it is.
Oh, yeah, this is going to go into the 4th quarter. You know, everybody that's tuned in, whether it's on Facebook Live or whatever method they're using to tune in, definitely keep it on and enjoy the game. It's going to be a great one tonight.
So South-Doyle will probably snap the football one more time, unless it's an incomplete pass, and then they'll have to do it again. So 3 wide outs to the right for South-Doyle, 1
Gary
to the
in
left.
Slot.
And here is Martin is sacked.
Got after him.
Huge loss on the play of about 14 yards, and a flag comes out. And where that flag was thrown, I've got to think maybe a sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
And that's what it is.
Coach, you can't coach them on the field. You kind of got to stay in your zone.
That's right.
Stay in your lane, Coach.
So a huge loss on that play will result in a 4th and long, and the clock will start now. I doubt South-Doyle will. Well, they're not starting the clock.
No.
They should be. There it goes. I don't think South-Doyle will get this punt off.
No,
and that is how the first quarter will come to a close. Anderson County. South-Doyle knotted up at 7. We've got a good one on our hands. Anderson County will get the ball back when we get back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. Thank you, Tim Elrod.
No problem, man.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters.
Week, Aaron Harvey, James Gibson, and in punt formation for South-Doyle is Nick Martin, starting quarterback for this team. That's a little dangerous. And Mr. White Hat has to blow the whistle, and he's got to say, what is that? What is that symbol What would that imply in like real life? Yeah, raise the roof. 10 raise the roof. But in football, that just means put more time on the clock.
Yeah.
Back deep to receive for Anderson County is Garrison Terry. How about hipster Tim Elrod being able to tell us that was raise the roof? Mr. Elrod. So
he's saying raise the roof as he walks down the South-Doyle.
He's fired up. This is one of those games that every fan, either if you're a South-Doyle fan, if you're an Anderson County fan, this is the one or one of them that you really look forward to.
Yeah, it's a huge game. South-Doyle always brings their best, and they've always got elite talent. And Anderson County, they're not too far away. This could be a rival-type situation moving forward if we have some close games.
Ball's at the 12-yard line for this Hammers 1st and 10. We've got a stoppage and play. See what it is. And Anderson County wants to take a timeout. I tell you what, we'll do the exact same thing. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Check out our new store at 1067 South Walnut Avenue in Cookeville, now open for business.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with ditch witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, I am Aaron Harvey. South-Doyle wanted to take a timeout before Anderson County could begin this Sexton Automotive drive. Ball spotted at the Maverick 12-yard line, 88 yards from pay dirt, 11:52 left to go in the first half. Martinez in the backfield with Gavin No. And now the play clock under 10 seconds. Now the play clock under 5 seconds. Martinez takes the snap. Looks, has a man open. That pass is
he
incomplete.
Just juggled it enough for the referee to say that he did not have possession of the football.
He was looking for Braden Miller that time, the young man who caught the touchdown pass in the first quarter.
Really good touch on the football by Martinez here. Good route by the wide receiver. Just juggled the football a little too much.
Yeah, you'll see it here on this Chuck Fleischman replay.
Coming right at you.
Miller there, just a little corner route. Yeah. It's now 2nd and 10. Martinez takes the snap. Looks, lets it go. And no one even close to that area. I think there was a miscommunication on that play.
Definitely looked like it, and I really like this quarterback for South-Doyle. He's got a strong arm. He is a bigger guy, and I'd like to see him really take some shots down the field for the South-Doyle team on this Anderson County defense. Anderson County with Martinez has one of the most talented quarterbacks that we've seen all year long. And we've seen some dandy quarterbacks. If he can just get more separation with his wide receivers on these defensive backs, he will be able to make some completions.
Yep. Anderson County on offense. You said South-Doyle. It's okay. Martinez steps up in the pocket, lets it fly. Pass is incomplete. Off the fingertips of Braden Miller. He's going at Miller a lot. That time, Jamichael Ham was covering. And Ham, of course, is the one who caught Martinez's other touchdown pass.
Yeah, and it was
a
double
big six.
Coverage there. It's a tight throw to make. It's a wonder that wasn't an interception, to be honest with you.
So you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, Martinez just steps up.
That's a hard throw to make.
It is. It is. It hit his receiver in the hands, to be fair. So here is Zeke West with a punt. It's a high spinner. Lands at the 47 and then takes a South-Doyle bounce and is fielded at the 43. So Anderson County loses 4 yards on that bounce, downed that time by Andrew Meyer. And so now South-Doyle starts this Sexton Automotive drive in positive territory The Hammers 1st and 10 will take place at the Anderson County 43-yard line.
Big field position for South-Doyle here. Let's see if I can take advantage of it.
Sean Gary, the Mr. Do-Everything in the backfield with Martin. 3 wideouts to the right. Handoff goes to Gary, going to the left. Avoids the first tackler, but not the next 5, as a pickup of 1 for South-Doyle brings up 2nd and 9. So Anderson County not doing a bad job containing Sean Gary so far in this game.
No, the defensive end you see there did a really good job to get upfield and push him back inside the best that he could, and that gave enough time for the Anderson County defenders to rally to the football.
Zach Shannon helping set that edge for South-Doyle and slow Gary down. Fakes the handoff to Gary. This time does Martin. Martin looks upfield. He's got a man there. That pass is complete. And getting enough for the Hammers' first down is Swaggerty.
Really good route that he ran to just get enough separation from the Anderson County defensive back to make up a big first down.
Yeah, South-Doyle doesn't throw the football a whole lot. But so far in this game, you can tell Martin really likes Swaggerty. So now, 3 wideouts way to the left for Martin. And he's going to quick pitch it out to Gary. Gary gets across the 35 down to about the 30. Pickup of 3 on the play will bring up 2nd and 7.
At first by Eli Davis. Steve West. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
South-Doyle just methodical. This is what they do. It's an interesting pitch to Gary there. It's like a cheat, as in the coverage was Nick Moog, and Moog was running stride for stride with Gary.
Really good defensive back play by Anderson County so far tonight. You see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, he just releases out of the backfield.
Good job by Moog identifying that. So now 3rd and 7. Martin with a hard count. Now stops, gets the play from the sideline. 5 seconds on the play clock. Martin. Flags on the play. And South-Doyle is going to take a timeout and talk about it. So will we. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, proudly serving your community since 1965 because we care.
You call your agent with a simple question, only to get sent to voicemail again. We pick up the phone. Get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? Like I said, we pick up the phone because it's ringing. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, this is Sam.
And look at that guy out on the field. You know that guy? That's
Wow.
Mr. Tony Lambert.
It sure is. Wonder what he's doing down here.
He's probably recruiting.
I would say he is for the mighty University of Cumberland's just across the Kentucky border, an NAI program that is always in the top 25 for the NAI. And they pull a lot of East Tennessee football players to that program.
Gary with a handoff on 3rd and 7, gets it up to the close to the 25-yard line. This is going to bring up 4th and interesting, is what I'll call this, because South-Doyle, they might be within field goal range.
Yeah, and when you got a running back like you do, I'm going to run the football. And I was about to say they got a slot wide receiver that's wide open. Anderson County recognizes it late, but you watch what they do here.
I will watch what they'll do here. They're going to take a timeout. South-Doyle wants to talk about what they are going to do. This timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. We service what we sell with in-house factory-trained appliances service technicians.
Correction, timeout, Anderson County.
Tonight, we would like to say thank you to a few of our sponsors allowing us to be here tonight, including Anderson County Mayor Terry Frank, who says it's an honor to serve this great community. Also, Lewis Reidner says vote Lewis Reidner for Circuit Court Clerk, Anderson County Court Clerk, paid for by the candidate, Pam Reidner, Treasurer. Also, District Attorney General, working for a better and safer Anderson County, that's Dave Clark. And Public Attorney Ann Coria, proud to serve Anderson County citizens as your public defender. And how about also Trustee Regina Copeland, proud to sponsor the Anderson County Mavericks, and we are happy to have all of them on board with us tonight. We can't bring this game to you without sponsors. Something we know for a fact.
Yes, and if anybody's out there interested in partnering with BBB TV on Friday nights, please get with Brad Jones and help bring this to your living room.
Who is Brad Jones? That name sounds so familiar.
It should. The newest head basketball coach at Cofield High School.
That's right. That's right. Does a little bit of everything. Has to get one of those one-size-fits-all hats because he's got so many of them. Can't afford to have them all customized, you know. So he's just got too many of them. We've got a stoppage in play here. Officials having to explain something. Not sure what all that was about. We said that South-Doyle was taking a timeout, but we heard up here in the press box that it was actually Anderson County that took a timeout. So I think the Mavericks might have wanted to see what South-Doyle was going to do, and they're going to go for it. Martin in the backfield with Gary. Handoff goes, no, fakes it, and that pass is complete. Goes to Swaggerty again, and South-Doyle is going to have a Hammers 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Huge play call by this South-Doyle football team. And that's what happens when you have a veteran coach like Clark Duncan up there who trusts his defense, says, hey, let's go for it. That's a gutsy call there.
Oh, wide open with Swaggerty.
Big time play by Swaggerty.
Handoff goes to Gary. Gary fighting for yards, trying to get into the end zone. He's in. It's a Ryan Spitzer touchdown for South-Doyle with 8:31 left to go in this first half. So, extra points could be important in a game like this. Grant Bush on to attempt it. Waits for the snap. Hold is up, or the hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 8:31 left to go. South-Doyle doubles up on Anderson County. The Cherokees lead it 14-7 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
Back here, OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, James Gibson, where South-Doyle leads over Anderson County 14-7 with 8:31 left to go in the first half. Grant Bush will get ready to kick off on this Judge Roger Miller kickoff for South-Doyle. Garrison Terry back deep to receive for Anderson County. South-Doyle has only kicked off one other time in this game, and that kick went out of bounds. So we'll see what this one does. Bush approaches the football, and that is a high spinner that goes all the way back into the end zone for a touchback. You know, that is only his second touchback of this season.
He's fired up about it.
Yeah, the crowd was fired up about it too. They like seeing that ball go into the end zone. It's pretty surprising, actually. He looks like he's got a pretty good leg on him. So Anderson County is 80 yards away from pay dirt on their Sexton Automotive drive. The Hammers 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Martinez in the backfield with No. Handoff goes to No. Up the middle, breaks free, gets to the 30, makes a man miss. Up to the 45, to the 50, to the 40, down to about the 37-yard line, and that is not Gavin No. In fact, that is Nick Moog.
Well, hello, Mr. Moog. He just busted off a 20, 30-yard run there and showcased some elite speed.
Yeah, and I think that's why they had him in the football game. He's a little bit different runner than Gavin No, as No gets the handoff on this Hammers 1st and 10, and No is still going.
I don't know if you've seen who he juked out in the middle of the field there a second ago, but that was Sean Gary.
Something for sure to be proud of, as on that Hammers 1st and 10, Gavin No picks up about 6 yards, and Anderson County going tempo. Martinez gets the play call from the sideline. Shifts No from his left to his right. 2 wide receivers on either side. Handoff goes to No, going over left guard, and No still on his feet. And we've got flags flying in from everywhere.
Yeah, and he's walking into the end zone after a dominating run if it weren't for that face mask.
Personal foul, face mask. That's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. We'll see it here on this Chuck Fleischman replay as No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guilty man on that play was Joseph Osborne, defensive lineman. Ball is going to be spotted at the 11. So every time South-Doyle scores, Anderson County comes up fired up on offense. And we got a stoppage of play.
Clark Duncan's going to call a timeout.
It's actually timeout on Anderson County. And this timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find us on Indeed to apply.
Roger Miller is a conservative and lifetime resident of Anderson County who has served as Sessions Judge since 2014. Judge Miller has adjudicated more than 30,000 cases, both civil and criminal, over the past 7 years. Roger is a graduate of Clinton High School, and he volunteers time coaching youth sports and serving as an instructor. A paramedic for 12 years, Roger worked saving lives at the Anderson County EMS, MedFlight 5, and Methodist Medical Center. In 2022, let's re-elect Roger Miller, General Sessions Judge.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Anderson County with a 1st and 10 from the South-Doyle 11 with 7:15 left to go in the first half. Martinez, 2 wide receivers on either side. Gavin No in the backfield as the quarterback gets the call.
Man coverage for the South-Doyle defensive backfield.
Martinez has a man, and that is complete to Zach Shannon. And Shannon gets it all the way up to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of about 6. We'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
I've not seen Anderson County run a quarterback draw, but next time they go in man in that situation, a quarterback draw, you're walking into the end zone.
Martinez now in a pistol set with Gavin No behind him. Fullback in the game is Eli Davis. And now No steps up. Handoff, no, going to his right, and he is stopped. Around the line of scrimmage, he is stopped, and Hunter Simpson just grabbed his leg and wouldn't let go like a chihuahua biting the mailman.
Tough defense out of this South-Doyle team.
A big third down. You got to think Anderson County probably going to go for it here if they don't get the first down.
South-Doyle has got to watch the football.
AC Martinez. No in the background. And No gets the handoff again up the middle, gets to the 5-yard line, and he is 3 yards shy of the first down. So now it's decision time for Davey Gillum. And the field goal unit is going to come on for Anderson County. So Chris Nelson, the kicker for this Anderson County team. Mavericks going to attempt a 21-yard field goal, maybe. They're going to take a timeout to talk about it. Maybe they'll do that. Maybe they won't. We'll see. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow us on Facebook for appliance specials, job postings, and more.
Ryan Spitzer has been a prosecutor in Anderson County since 2007, prosecuting more than 2,500 cases over the past decade. Ryan has been the Drug Task Force prosecutor for the past 7 years. Ryan donates time working with local nonprofits. A veteran, Ryan spent 6 years serving his country as an Army medic in the National Guard. Ryan is a family man who works hard every day to keep Anderson County families safe. Experience matters.
So I think Anderson County had trouble getting everyone on the field, and I think that's why they took the timeout. A little bit of confusion. As we are back with our OEB Law Game of the Week, because the field goal unit trots back out there with Chris Nelson. Cole Phillips, the holder. Snap, set, kick is up. It is inside the upright. 21-yard field goal is good, and Anderson County cuts into this deficit. They only got a field goal, which is a little disappointing if you're a Maverick fan, but at least they got points on the board. South-Doyle leads at 14-10. Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Tonight we're in South-Doyle. Next week we will be in Harriman, as Rockwood will be in town.
Ooh, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, that game's been played a jillion times. Right?
A jillion times, and every single time it's a knockdown, drag out. So if you're not doing anything next Friday night, tune in for a good football game.
So Anderson County getting ready to kick off this Judge Roger Miller kickoff. So maybe you do this a couple times, learn from it. You don't want to kick it to Owens, but you got a little pooch kick here. And this one is taken by Greer. And Greer also dangerous with the ball in his hands, but he's going to get up to about the 34. And a late flag comes flying in. And Mr. Whitehat called that one himself, so no discussion necessary. He's just going to tell you what it is. It is a block in the back on South-Doyle. That's interesting.
That's huge. That's a big penalty there, and I did not see it.
I didn't see it as well. 4:41 left to go in the first half. South-Doyle. We'll have to see where they mark it after this penalty. We'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay here. Oh, right there at the bottom of your screen. Oh, right there maybe at the top of your screen, about the 30-yard line.
Cherokees from their own 20.
So that will back South-Doyle back to the 20-yard line where they will begin this Sexton Automotive drive. Hammers 1st and 10. Cherokees cling to a 4-point lead. Remember, too, South-Doyle won the coin toss elected to receive start this game, so Anderson County will get it after the half. Sean Gary has it in the backfield, bounces off a tackler, makes a man miss, and then gets up to about the 25-yard line. That dude's got a motor.
He's got more than a motor because he ran into big Anderson County defensive line there right in the hole and bounced off of him, and it should have been a big tackle for loss.
Yeah, you see it right here. Oh, yeah. This is Christian Young, I believe.
Yeah, 6'4", 270 pounds, Mr. Young.
So Gary picks up about 6, brings up 2nd and 4. And now a rollout. Quarterback keeper. Instead, Martin keeps it, gets up to about the 29. So he's going to be a yard shy of that first down, brings up 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd and 1.
I think Martin just didn't see anything, so he took off. Probably not a bad decision. Gets close to that first down marker.
Wide receivers are way down here by the numbers at the bottom of your screen.
And South-Doyle got Anderson County to jump.
Andrew Meyer, the junior linebacker, got drawed off sides. Big penalty. First down, South-Doyle.
Hammers 1st and 10 off that penalty. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. 3:20 left to go in the first half. Hunter Simpson in the backfield, right in front of Gary, and Martin's going to go deep, and that pass is incomplete. Covered all the way by Anderson County's Braden Miller.
Great coverage by Miller all the way down the field because Tuttle, Swaggerty's got some wheels.
And I think that's about the 5th or 6th attempt toward Swaggerty for Nick Martin tonight.
Anderson County's done a great job defending him.
And here on 2nd and 10, it's Sean Gary. Gets up to the 35. Ball squirted out of there, but he was already down.
Tate Russell in on the tackle.
Just a pickup of 2 will bring up 3rd and 8 for South-Doyle. 2:35 left to go in this first half. South-Doyle, of course, in no hurry.
South-Doyle has so many weapons offensively.
Two wide outs, way to the right again. Tight end also to the right.
Anderson County in man coverage.
Martin going to set up and throw. That pass is complete. And breaking a couple tackles, getting upfield is Greer. Greer to the 30, breaks free again to the 10, to the 5. Ryan Spitzer, touchdown, South-Doyle. You remember when I told you earlier that Greer was dangerous in open field? I wasn't making that up.
Point proven. He is dangerous in open field, and he can make you look stupid with the ball in his hands. Very athletic wide receiver for the South-Doyle football team, as you see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, you'll see him. He kind of hesitates a little bit to break that last tackle.
Look at that.
Look at the spin move right there. And then right here, there's a hesitation, and then boop, just changes directions, goes the other way. The extra point is up, and it is good. South-Doyle expands their lead 21-10 with under 2 left to play in this first half of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
So 1:58 left to go in this first half of your OEB Law Game of the Week. South-Doyle has put it in the end zone 3 times, but Anderson County will get the football here before the end of the first half, and then the Mavericks will get the football to begin the third quarter. So let's see what this Judge Roger Miller kickoff entails. It's Grant Bush to kick off. Last one went into the end zone. This one is a high spinner, and it is taken at the 1-yard line. So for Anderson County, here comes Bryson Vowell. Cuts from the right side of the field to the left, and he's swallowed at about the 17-yard line. That's where this Anderson County Sexton Automotive drive will begin. They give him the 20. I didn't think he made the 20, but they give it to him. So, Hammers first and 10. 3 wide outs to the right for Martinez, 1 to the left. And that is Gavin Noe in the backfield. Martinez hands off, a draw play to Noe. Noe gets across the 25, dragging players all the way to the 31. That's enough for a Hammers first and 10.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle Gavin Noe. He is a large human, and he is not easy to tackle.
Can you arm tackle Gavin?
No. 6'1", 225-pound running back for the Anderson County team. He is a stud.
Yeah, watch that Chuck Fleischman replay. And now on the quick snap, Martinez fires. That pass is complete to Eli Braden, and Braden gets up across midfield to the South-Doyle 49. 1:21 left to go in the first half. Clock stopped.
It's one of the first times we've seen a little bit of separation by an Anderson County wide receiver from these defensive backs at South-Doyle.
And Braden just made that first guy miss.
A lot of people don't know Clark Duncan was a 4-year starter. The head football coach of South-Doyle was a 4-year starter for Johnny Majors at the University of Tennessee. Started as a freshman. Very talented player out of Unicoi County. His dad, Bruce, was a hiring committee member when they hired my grandfather at Unicoi County.
How about that? And here is Martinez in trouble, and he's sacked. And that is their very talented running back, Tawan Owens, who also is pretty good at defense too. Huge loss of 11 on the play, brings up 2nd and 21, and now just a minute left to go in this first half.
Just a speed rush. You're going to have an offensive lineman kick back, protect the back of the quarterback, because South-Doyle has the speed and can run you down from behind.
Martinez takes the snap, looks over the middle. That pass is incomplete. I believe that time he was looking for Terry, threw it over his head, but that will stop the clock with 44 seconds left. 3rd and 21 for the Mavericks. Yeah, just overshot his intended target, Terry. You know that internal clock of Martinez has to start speeding up a little bit after that sack.
Yeah, it really does. And again, defensively, defensive backs, Martinez has not faced a better defensive backfield than the South-Doyle football team has.
And Martinez lets this one fly. That pass is complete.
Wow, what a catch by Anderson County.
I tell you what.
Bryson Vowell, 6'3", 170-pound wide receiver. snagged that out of there and looked like he kept both feet in.
Yeah, and Gavin No was there too. I think No sped up because he thought, hey, this is going to me, and he overthrew it. So Val, great concentration there, and it's 4th and 4. But Anderson County going to go for it with 38 seconds left. Here's the snap. Martinez finds his man. That pass is complete, and that's Bryson Vowell getting the Hammers first and 10.
Came in late there. A little shove out of bounds.
Oh, so let's see. Dead ball, personal foul on South-Doyle.
That's a huge break for this Anderson County football team. Driving here with 33 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, picking up that first down is important there, because if they hadn't, it would have been a turnover on downs, and so South-Doyle would have gotten the football but been backed up 15 yards. But Anderson County, Bryson Val, able to pick up that first down, and then on top of that, another 15 yards is given to Anderson County, who all of a sudden has the ball at the 19-yard line of South-Doyle with the Hammers first and 10. Martinez. And here is a quick pass to Zeke West. West, does he get in? He's not in. He's down at the 1. That's a Hammers first and goal. The clock stops temporarily. Anderson County out of timeouts. So now the Mavericks quickly up to the line of scrimmage at the 1-yard line. Martinez takes a snap. However, there's a penalty, and it's going to be so. Let's see. The ball was already at the 1. So half the distance to the goal puts us at the half-yard line. And we're going to see something that a lot of people hate, because this is what Anderson County does. As you see on this Chuck Fleischman replay, Zeke West just almost gets in but doesn't. Martinez is going to take this out of the shotgun. Hands off to No. No fights, dives, digs, gets the Ryan Spitzer touchdown with 9.8 seconds left to go in this first half.
Huge momentum for Anderson County going into halftime. That's what you needed bad to go in here to rally the troops in the locker room at halftime.
This Anderson County offense is dangerous. With under 2 minutes left, the Mavericks drive 80 yards to score with under 10 seconds left. Now here's the extra point. It's up and it's good. Anderson County closes the gap. It's 21-17 with under 10 seconds left to go in the first half here at South-Doyle.
To be honest, I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
I checked what the CDC says and spoke with my doctor about the potential side effects. It definitely made me much less anxious. She told me if I have some arm pain or feel tired, that's completely normal as my body builds a defense to the virus.
I was willing to take the vaccine to protect me, my family, and my friends.
Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Game of the Week. We got a score update for you. Coalfield playing Carter, and right now the Yellow Jackets leading over the Hornets 13-0.
And me and you both are not surprised. Like I said in pregame, this is a big opportunity for the Coalfield Yellow Jackets single A school with about 33 to 40 football players, and against a Carter team that is in this region here. Big opportunity for Coalfield Yellow Jackets.
That Roger Miller kickoff is fielded by Tawan Owens, and Owens gets it up to the 39-yard line of South-Doyle to begin this short Sexton Automotive drive. In this situation, do you draw one up in the dirt, maybe?
You know, a lot of coaches think different. You have an old-school defensive coach in Clark Duncan, so I would put my money on it. So just a simple run, something like that. But who knows? Now, me, I like slinging it. Why not?
Hook and ladder.
Unless it's an Eric Ainge and Notre Dame situation.
Yep. Oh, wow. That snap was almost fumbled. And Nick Martin caught it with one hand and then runs the clock out. So that is how the first half will come to a close. That could have gotten really interesting as Martin snagged that snap with one hand. And I think there was some confusion on what play was called because he looked to hand the ball off and there was nobody there. So South-Doyle ends the half kind of sloppy. But the Cherokees still hold that 4-point lead over Anderson County. Your score at halftime, Cherokees 21, Mavericks 17. We've got a good one on our hands tonight in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
SL Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
American Outdoor Equipment has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
I'm Dale Haddon, the nurse practitioner and clinical manager at the Oak Ridge Clinic. It's very important to get the COVID vaccine. This is a way we are going to make our whole community safe. This is a way we will make you and your family safe. The COVID vaccine is 95% effective when you have had both shots, and it means that you will not get the illness, you will not have the side effects that people see from having illness over a long period of time, and it makes your community safe.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
With one small step, you have the potential to make a big difference in this world. It starts here at Roane State Community College. There's never been a greater need for health science graduates, and Roane State has the program to get you there. With 11 different health science degrees and 7 certificates offered, the choice is yours. Roane State, healthcare heroes start here. Apply now at roanestate.edu.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
For everything in life, there is a beginning. And from that beginning, there is beauty. May we all live our lives like a phoenix, to spread our wings and fly. Free to be beautiful. Free to be fierce. Free to begin and begin again. Spread your wings high above the earth and soar. Turn your face to the sun and let the wind lift up your wings. Don't be afraid. Step from the edge and fly. Phoenix, all flames extinguish and embers grow cold. No longer wings in flight, but ashes in the wind. But from the ashes, hope rises.
Kill me for taking pictures.
Roger Miller is a conservative and lifetime resident of Anderson County who has served as Sessions Judge since 2014. Judge Miller has adjudicated more than 30,000 cases, both civil and criminal, over the past 7 years. Roger is a graduate of Clinton High School, and he volunteers time coaching youth sports and serving as an instructor. A paramedic for 12 years, Roger worked saving lives at the Anderson County EMS, MedFlight 5, and Methodist Medical Center. In 2022, let's re-elect Roger Miller, General Sessions Judge.
everything, from checklists and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4, $37,989. A 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Double Cab, $31,590. 2019 Ford Fiesta 16550, only 2,000 miles. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
Ryan Spitzer has been a prosecutor in Anderson County since 2007, prosecuting more than 2,500 cases over the past decade. Ryan has been the Drug Task Force prosecutor for the past 7 years. Ryan donates time working with local nonprofits. A veteran, Ryan spent 6 years serving his country as an Army medic in the National Guard. Ryan is a family man who works hard every day to keep Anderson County families safe. Experience matters.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week, it is halftime here in South-Doyle, where Anderson County scored right before the half to cut the lead, the South-Doyle lead, 21-17, and so both teams are warming up on the field. Interesting here that the time is run off of the clock. So normally when this happens, at least midway through the season or whatever, what they'll do is they'll say, hey, put 3 minutes back on the clock. They've not put any time back on the clock. So I'm not exactly sure when we're going to get back to football. All I can tell you is that it's halftime, and so both teams are warming up. A whistle's been blown. They're going to huddle up, and then we're going to get back to play here. Scores of interest, Monterey up on Rockwood by a score of 22-6. Last count we had, Carter had scored on Coalfield. That score now 18-6. A really interesting story pointed out by our own Brad Jones, because I hadn't thought about this. Coalfield beat Scott High. Coalfield is beating Carter. They play in the same region, which would mean if Coalfield were to hang on and beat Carter tonight, they would be 2-0 in this region. this one, the one that South-Doyle and Anderson County are playing in.
Yeah, if that tells you anything, what type of football they're playing down there in Coalfield. It's dominating fashion down there, and they got some really good coaches they're surrounding themselves with down there, and look for that to continue on. We'll see what happens in the second half. I'm going to keep my eye on that score. Carter should make some halftime adjustments here, but I think they're finding out quick and early that it's a different environment down there at Coalfield than what they're used to.
Just a couple things, okay, that I want to know is normally Carter, not a great football team, but still a not great 4A team should be able to beat a 1A football team. But to add to that, Carter is actually much improved this season and probably going to make the playoffs in this region. So for Coalfield to be up like that over Carter, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
And a lot can happen. There's a lot of time left.
A lot can happen, but still, major upset alert so far. Coalfield 18, Carter 7 in the second quarter.
So we got to talk about this here. Anderson County got the football with under 2 minutes left in the first half. They go down, punch it in. South-Doyle won the coin toss to start the game. They chose to receive. So now Anderson County gets the ball back as we get set for our Roger Miller kickoff. And that is a wobbly kick that goes out of bounds again. That's the second kick out of bounds. And so that should give Anderson County the football at the 35-yard line. To begin this Sexton Automotive drive with a Hammers 1st and 10. Sexton Automotive, located off the Turnpike in Oak Ridge, and a wonderful service center as well. So I tell you what, cars stress me out. I don't know a heck of a lot about them, but I do know that my Ford Escape wouldn't turn on, and I got it towed over there to Sexton Automotive, and they figured out what it was and had it back to me the next day. So I appreciate them for that. They can fulfill all of your service needs, but also, if you're looking for a vehicle, good place to go. So Walker Martinez has Gavin No in the backfield, 2 wideouts to either side. Handoff goes to No. No tries to find running room up the middle and does. A lot of running room across midfield and finally run out of bounds across the 45 to the 44 of South-Doyle. Goodness, that's a great way to start the half.
Goodness, that's a good word, because he ran that football with authority. That's what you want to see out of a running back, is run with aggression and physicality, and that's what you see here on the Chuck Fleischman replay.
Yeah, it's a 21-yard gain, and you see on the replay, it doesn't look like that's going to go for much. It looks like it's going to get bottled up in the middle of the field, but it doesn't, and No finishes that run. So now Anderson County lines up, 2 wideouts either side again. No in the backfield. Martinez, handoff, No again. Right, straight up the middle again, and Martinez gets down to the 40. Let's see where if they give him the 39, which I think they will, that's a pickup of 5, which will bring up 2nd and 5.
South-Doyle's inside linebackers there on that particular play weren't doing a really good job of gaining ground. They're catching the running back instead of attacking the running back, and that's a big play for the Anderson County running back.
No gets a breather. Nick Moog in the game now in the backfield.
He can bust it. He's got a lot of speed.
Martinez takes the snap, quick out, and that is complete. Goes to Terry.
Great catch by Anderson County.
That's enough for the Hammers 1st and 10.
Right off the fingertips. Good catch. Almost. I ain't even going to say the word.
It is a little pick play. Yeah, I saw it too. All right. So Hammers 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 33-yard line of South-Doyle. Martinez gets the snap. Handoff goes to Moog, and Moog gets up to the 25-yard line. And that's another big gain on the ground. Pickup of close to 9 will bring up 2nd and short. Man, I tell you what, Anderson County running the football like this is only going to make their passing game that much more dangerous.
Exactly. It's exactly right. You start luring those DBs up, and you might be able to catch them deep with something.
So now Martinez will send 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. And Gavin No re-enters the game at running back. Martinez, quick pass is incomplete. Tried getting it out to Zach Shannon. Shannon couldn't hold on to it.
Got to catch the ball if it hits you in the hands. And for Shannon, he knows he should have had it. Difficult catch and throw there.
Just tried to set up a little bubble screen.
He should have caught it.
Yeah. Brings up 3rd and short, so you still have a lot in your playbook you can run here.
They like screens in this situation.
Instead, Gavin No gets the handoff up to about the 22-yard line. He reaches out to the 21. And that is enough to move the chains. Hammers 1st and 10. You see on that Chuck Fleischman replay, the way No just falls forward. And he's given the 21. Martinez, 3 wideouts to the right again. 1 to the short side of the field. Gets the play from the sideline. Snap. And going towards the end zone. Got a man there. Hey, it's caught. That's a Ryan Spitzer touchdown. Bryson Vowell. And Anderson County has taken the lead. First lead of the game for the Mavericks.
Dominating drive by Anderson County that whole way, led by Gavin No, running the football with authority.
We do have an injured player, and it's Greer for South-Doyle, and that's not someone that you want to see hurt. The way he's pulling on his foot makes me think he's got a cramp. Trying to stretch that calf muscle out. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out the trainers here. I gotta brag on South-Doyle here for a second. They have a lot of staff members, including sports psychologists.
Yeah, that's something that we've discussed in years past about how important sports psychologists are to the game of football. And South-Doyle doing something different. They have took the initiative to have that a part of their staff. And I believe it was about 4 or 5 staff members.
4, yeah.
Which is insane. Mental health is an integral part of not only today's football game, but in life in general. And it's really encouraging to see this South-Doyle administration put that at the forefront. And I guarantee you it's going to pay dividends for this, not only football program, but for these kids at this school.
I guarantee it. So lining up to attempt the extra point for Anderson County is Nelson. Cole Phillips to hold. And that kick is up. It is good. Anderson County has a 3-point lead with 9:41 left to go in the third quarter, 24-21 at South-Doyle.
Football is back. And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacles blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
OEB Law Game of the Week as we get ready for our Judge Roger Miller kickoff. If you're just joining us, to start the third quarter, Anderson County got the ball at the 35, drove promptly down the field, took 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock before punching it into the end zone and taking the lead here. You know, privately, you and I were discussing what we thought the final score might be, and I think we settled on 24-21, which is what the score is right now, which would indicate nobody else is going to score. I doubt that's going to happen, though. So, on the return for South-Doyle is Maddox Cup. He's a backup quarterback for this South-Doyle team, and he gets up to the 16-yard line. So Anderson County had been pooch kicking it, but I think they finally decided they were going to kick it deep.
Yeah, and Cody Miller, number 2 for Anderson County, did a really good job of bringing the coverage downfield and keeping the runner in front of him, having a good secure tackle.
Yeah, so South-Doyle tried to outsmart Anderson County there and pull Sean Gary up to where a pooch kick may have gone, and instead Anderson County kicked it deep, so good recognition by the Mavericks there. So Nick Martin back in at quarterback for South-Doyle. You see that number 21, that is Gary right beside him. And now we got a flag on the play. False start on South-Doyle. So not only is this Sexton Automotive drive going to start in a bad spot, but also, and as you see there, the injured player earlier, that's Greer sitting on the sidelines. And that's a weapon at wide receiver that I know Nick Martin wants to have in the game there. But after that 5-yard penalty, it is a Hammers 1st and 15, and ball spotted at the 11. Sean Gary gets the carry, trying to get around to the outside. He doesn't. Terry. That's a good pickup on first down.
You see the 3 wide receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. They do a really good job of getting some hands on the defensive backs just to give enough room for the running back to bounce outside.
Pickup 11 brings up a 2nd and 4. So a 1st and 15 deep in your own territory. So let's watch this replay here. May have been a hold there.
Same play call.
So Martin hands off to Gary. This time Gary goes, no, Martin kept it. Wow.
Rare keeper for the quarterback.
I was fooled. So do you think that was a read play?
Yes, it was. It was definitely a replay. They've run that many times tonight. They split their wide receivers out as wide as humanly possible, and then they come back and attack off tackle with the running back or reverse tackle with a quarterback keep.
So a pickup of 1 brings up 3rd and 3 for South-Doyle. 8:55, let's go in the third quarter. Martin with 3 wideouts to his right. Drops back to pass. Looking. Got a man there. Goes through his fingertips. Trying to hit Jamichael Ham. Would have been enough for the first down. And now South-Doyle instead is going to have to send the punt unit on the team. Good route.
Yeah, good route. Good hand fighting. Got to catch the ball. He'll end up playing all defensive back if he ain't careful.
So in punt formation for South-Doyle is Nick Martin. And back deep to receive is Garrison Terry for Anderson County. Wobbly spiral. Goes over. Oh, man. Okay, go ahead, say it.
Gotta catch the ball in the air on punts. You don't let the ball hit the ground. It stagnates your entire game plan.
Yeah.
Flips the field position. I mean, you fair catch the ball right there on the 35-yard line. Instead, now you got the ball on about the 15-yard line. What would you rather have as a football coach?
Yeah, that goes from the 24-yard line, where the line of scrimmage was, all the way to the Anderson County 16.
We said Anderson County's got to win the kicking game in pregame, and that's a big mistake there. Let's see if their offense can bail them out.
That's a 61-yard punt. That's a huge deal.
61-yard punt by South-Doyle.
So this Sexton Automotive Drive for Anderson County begins, like we said, at the 16-yard line. Handoff goes to No. No tries to get out wide. Makes the first guy miss before he's knocked out of bounds. Maybe a pickup of 1. That's a lot of work for 1 yard.
You've heard me speak a lot of high praise for number 25 of Anderson County. He's one of the better running backs in the region. But running sideline to sideline is not his strength.
No.
Running inside the tackles is his strength. I'd like to see them run number 18 a little bit more off tackle and let Big Gavin run in between the tackles. They'll have a little more success. But love the 1-2 combination Anderson County is developing.
So Martin sends 3 wideouts to his left, 1 to the near side. And that young man you want to see in the game gets the handoff up the middle and gets across the 25, close to the 26. That's going to be close to a first down, but I think Moog is short. No, I'm wrong. They're moving the chains. So that brings up a Hammers 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Had just enough for that first down. Same formation, same personnel. Martinez gets the call. Anderson County trying to add to this lead. Handoff up the middle. Moog again, and Moog is stopped at the line of scrimmage. No pickup, but good
Hunter
tackle.
Simpson, the senior 5'11", 195-pound outside linebacker, came in with the play. I want to talk about number 11 for South-Doyle, and that is Mr. Swaggerty. You see here as the corner position, he is, I've watched him all night, he is a college guy at the cornerback position. He is a guy that I feel like can definitely develop and play at the next level if he continues to develop as is.
Second and a long 9. Gavin No re-enters the game, and Anderson County's going to have to take a timeout because they weren't going to be able to get the play in. And this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
Energize your home with natural
gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week. 6:56 left to go in the third quarter. AC leads over South-Doyle 24-21. Second long, trying to add to that lead.
Well, playing Tennessee Wesleyan and Lillian and all that, and then
So Martinez, like he has all night, sends 3 wide receivers to the far side, or at least this drive. And now he's in trouble, has to roll out of the pocket, looks, and just fires it up in the air. That pass is complete to Braden Miller.
Braden Miller with excellent field vision, keeping his eyes on the football, turned completely around and caught that ball on the field of play.
That's okay. So that's improvised. We see on the roll out of the pocket. Looks,
and just
Great
fires it up.
touch by Martinez.
Yeah, great placement on that football. That's backyard type stuff.
Yeah, that's improvising at its best.
2 wideouts to either side. No in the backfield for this Hammers 1st and 10. Martinez, handoff, no up the middle. Gets across midfield down to about the 47, and the Mavericks are driving again. Pickup of 6 will bring up 2nd and 4. So this is what we haven't seen out of Anderson County, because Anderson County's jumped out to leads against the teams that they have played, but they've not been able to hold on in the second half. This time, South-Doyle jumped out to a lead, and it's Anderson County making the comeback.
Yeah, Anderson County's a lot better football team than what their schedule has showed so far, because they've played the best teams in the state of Tennessee with some of the best talent in the country. So, yeah, look for Anderson County to continue to shock people moving forward.
So now Martinez has the rug pulled out from under him, and that is Damon Marable on the stop. A little pickup brings up 3rd and 2. A score of interest for you as Sweetwater leads over Kingston at the half, 9-7.
Ooh, knock down, drag it out. Defensive football game.
Big 3rd down here. Handoff goes to No, and No full steam ahead. So you know that bull that's the mascot, or the Longhorn that's the mascot.
Yeah.
The Sanders County. That's what No runs like.
He does, like a mad bull.
And we've got a stoppage on play, an injured player. That is Hunter Simpson, a young man who you just bragged on.
Yeah, that's a big play to not be in the ball game.
I'm not sure. It looks like he's pointing at his back. Oh man, I hope that young man's okay.
Yeah, he's vital for that offensive production. He comes in as a little H-back type position, lead block, and we'll get the underbelly handoff. Gotta have him. It's good to see him getting up.
And look who was there to pick him up, and that was another young man that you bragged on, which was Swaggerty. I want to take this moment to say a big thank you to Anderson County Mayor Terry Frank, who says it's an honor to serve the great community of Anderson County. Also, Lewis Reidner says vote Lewis Reidner for Circuit Court Clerk. Anderson County Court Clerk, paid for by the candidate, Pam Reidner, Treasurer. District Attorney General Dave Clark, working for a better and safer Anderson County. Public Attorney Ann Coria, proud to serve Anderson County citizens as your public defender. And Trustee Regina Copeland, proud to sponsor the Anderson County Mavericks. All right, Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line for Anderson County, or the 39. Play action, pass, complete from Martinez. That time hits Vowell, and Vowell has enough for another Hammers 1st and 10. And again, you have success in that running game, allows you to set up the passing game. Quickly back up to the line, Martinez. 2 wideouts either side. And Nick Moog has re-entered the game. But yeah, look at that. Moog picks up a couple, will bring up 2nd and 8. Now the reason why we showed that replay was because Bryson Vowell came out of the game after that hit. So he caught the ball and then kind of got upended a little bit and then was hit as he was going down in the back, and he came off the field holding his back. So we'll keep an eye on that as well, see if Bryson Vowell returns. Oh, and he's already back, so forget the drama that I'm trying to draw up. All right. Just over 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 for Anderson County. Martinez gets the snap, rolls to his right. Look. He's in trouble now. Dumps it off. It's picked off. Going back the other way for South-Doyle. That is Nolan. No, that's Curtis Young.
Curtis Young, one of the leaders of this football team of South-Doyle and one of the better inside linebackers in this region. He is a force to be reckoned with and came down with the football. Devastating for Anderson County.
Indeed. So that is Martinez's second interception, and that is a big stop for South-Doyle and a big momentum killer for Anderson County. 3:52 left to go in this third quarter, and South-Doyle starts this Sexton Automotive drive from the 30-yard line. So Nick Martin hands off. Sean Gary straight up the middle. Gary gets up to the 41. Is that where he made it?
Picked up a lot.
Yeah, that's a 6-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 4.
It don't take much of a hole for somebody like that to pick up a big gain.
No. And the good thing about him, too, he just keeps his legs moving.
Yep. Anderson County still in single-man coverage.
Hunter Simpson back in the game for South-Doyle, so that's good to see, too. And now here's Martin going to take a shot. Got a man, and that pass is incomplete, but a flag comes out. Trying to hit Swaggerty. Zeke West was on the coverage, and West never turned around. But that might be what the flag is for.
He didn't make a play on the ball, and he just kind of tried to get in the vision of Swaggerty.
Yeah, didn't get that head turned around. Which is unfortunate because he was really in a position to intercept that football if he turned around to see it.
Thought he was beat deep with the speed of Swaggerty. And it was an underthrown ball. Swaggerty had to come back to it. And it hits the Anderson County player in the back.
And actually, that's Tate Russell on the coverage, and it hit Russell right in the back of the helmet.
Yep, and if he's making a play on the football, not worrying about getting beat deep, he's got an interception. Just
so
a
here's
learning
the call.
play.
Pass interference on Anderson County. That's going to be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. And after, we've got a dead ball, personal foul on Anderson County as well. That's a 30-yard penalty.
Instant field swap. You can't give a team like South-Doyle 30 extra yards for free.
Now, how big is this? Anderson County was driving with a 3-point lead, wanting to add to it. South-Doyle comes up with an interception and then comes up with 30 yards in penalties. Handoff goes to Gary. Gary tries to find running room up the middle, does. Picks up about 7 yards. And now South-Doyle is in business. See on the Chuck Fleischman replay. He's a smaller guy as far as like running backs go, but Sean Gary is really hard to bring down.
Yes, he is. And he's 6'1", 189 pounds, so he's not the smallest guy, but he is, you know, that 189 pound might be stretched a little bit, former wide receiver.
And Martin in trouble, has the presence of mind to take off running, and it's a good thing he did because he gets the Hammers 1st and 10 instead of a sack or possibly a fumble, as Anderson County brought pressure around the end.
You see there, feels the pressure, steps up in the pocket and tries to make something happen.
Yeah. Good play by Nick Martin. It's now another Hammers 1st and 10, ball at the Anderson County 22-yard line. Martin, handoff, Gary. Can't cut it to the outside. Instead, dives forward, gets it to the 19. Pick up a 3 will bring up 2nd and 7.
Anderson County has got to keep them out of the end zone here.
Good job setting the edge there, as we saw in the Chuck Fleischman replay by Garrison Terry. South-Doyle handoff, Gary. Gary tries to bounce it outside, spin move back to the inside. Gets up to about the 16. Give him another 3 yards. We'll bring up 3rd and 4. He's an exciting player with the ball in his hands as we approach 1 minute remaining in this 3rd quarter.
Anderson County going wide. South-Doyle seeing man coverage.
And South-Doyle wanted a penalty called there. Don't get it. So now they got to run the play. Martin, hard count again, but gets the handoff to Gary. Gary breaks it open in the end zone. Ryan Spitzer, touchdown, Sean Gary.
Boy, he looks good running the football.
16-yard touchdown run. And South-Doyle has taken the lead back from Anderson County. In to attempt the point after is Grant Bush. Nolan Brang to hold. And that extra point is up inside the uprights. It's good. 28-24 is your new score with 33 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter. We've got a good one in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
American Outdoor Equipment
has a great new location in Rockwood. They are a Branson tractor dealer with various sizes to choose from. Branson's greatest asset is their strength, quality, and features. But American Outdoor Equipment also has Bobcat mowers. You can expect the best when it comes to performance, durability, and comfort with a Bobcat mower. Or how about a Dixie Chopper mower? They're the world's fastest lawn mowers. They have a large service and parts department. They are family owned and operated, plus they offer in-house financing. That's American Outdoor Equipment in Rockwood.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man.
Welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as the Judge Roger Miller kickoff from South-Doyle goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Anderson County will begin this Sexton Automotive drive from the 20-yard line with a Hammers 1st and 10. So South-Doyle fired back.
Big drive here for the Mavericks. Let's see if they can get their offense moving in the right direction here and have some early success in the air.
Martinez has thrown 2 interceptions tonight. One of them got returned back to the house. Martinez, handoff, no. And Gavin No is stopped for no gain.
Brought down by
Tavian Goodman, the big 6'3", 270-pound defensive tackle coming in with the tackle. Helmetless when he gets up.
Yep, it's coming off as No was falling to the ground. No gain, 2nd and 10, and that is how this 3rd quarter will come to a close. So South-Doyle gets an interception, drives the length of the field to get into the end zone. They lead it as we get ready for our final quarter of play. It's Cherokees 28, Mavericks 24.
Excited to be a part of this year's football football season. School spirit is at an all-time high. OEB Law is proud to give back and support our community. Come cheer on these great teams with us. And remember, if you've been injured or need legal help, OEB Law will be there for you. So visit wreckintoacheck.com or give us a call, 865-546-1111, and let OEB Law turn your wreck into a check.
We do everything from checklists and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Rayvon Ford and Clinton can help you
I've
embrace
had
it
one of
all
those
in
before.
a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT, $53,992. 2018 Nissan Murano, $28,890. 2016 GMC Terrain Denali, $24,890. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
The Harem.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey, James Gibson with you. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line as we get set to begin the fourth quarter. Anderson County trails South-Doyle 28-24 with the football. Walker Martinez, the sophomore, hands off to Gavin No, and No fights forward for maybe 1 yard. So there's a difference here on this Anderson County drive as opposed to a couple drives before that, and that's that Anderson County is not able to have success on the ground.
Yeah, they're stacking the box.
As we see earlier, there's Tim Elrod right there on the left presenting that $1,000 check to South-Doyle High School. Elrod at OEB Law gives a $1,000 donation to the home school of every single one of these games that we do. We certainly thank him for that. We thank OEB Law for sponsoring our game tonight. Here's Martinez in trouble, gets rid of it, and that pass falls incomplete. May have been tipped from behind. And that's going to bring up fourth down. So now Anderson County is going to have to punt this football back to South-Doyle. Yep, that ball is tipped from behind.
Just got there to put the pressure on late to cause for an error pass by Martinez.
So
tough night so far for Martinez, really.
Yeah. Here's Zeke West in punt formation. Sean Gary back deep to receive for South-Doyle.
Don't kick it to him.
There's the punt. It's a high, wobbly spiral. And it's muffed! Wow. Gary can't get it. There's a flag that comes out. I'm wondering what this flag is.
Yeah, I am too. Because I didn't see no interference.
They're saying it's Anderson County's football. The officials having a discussion. You think that's one of those? Let's see.
He's going to wipe it off.
No flag. Okay.
Good.
I think that's the correct call. Do you think that's one of those situations where you call it
just in case?
Yeah.
That's not a bad job by the official crew.
Go ahead and call it and talk about it.
Let's talk about this kick. They chose to kick to one of the most prolific running backs in the state of Tennessee, and he fumbled the ball.
Devastating.
Big break for this Anderson County football team.
Yeah, great field position, too, to begin the Sexton Automotive drive. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line of South-Doyle. 11:03 left to go in the game. Anderson County trying to take the lead back. Handoff goes to No, running to his left, hurdles a man. Gets down to the 36-yard line, and that is a quick pickup of about 8. You see on this Chuck Fleischman replay.
Watch him on the hurdle here.
Triangle. All right. Officially give him 7, 2nd and 3.
They've got numbers on the right side of the field.
Yep, tight formation for Anderson County.
They're changing their formation on defense now.
And quick pitch just goes out to No trying to get to the outside. Has enough for the first down and then just runs out of bounds. So No picks up the Hammers 1st and 10, and he's going to get a breather as Nick Moog comes back into the game.
That's when No is most talented. When he has somebody that come in, keep him more fresh than not. He is dangerous. Just like you've seen there on those 2 plays, picked up over 10 yards, touching the ball twice.
Yep. Chuck Flash replay reveals he just got out of bounds as soon as he got over the sticks, which is important. Stop the clock at 10:19 and our final quarter of play here. Martinez gets the play, and now we've got a stop in the game. Timeout, Anderson County. So Anderson County is going to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, home appliance financing available. Apply online at pattersonsappliances.com.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, as a score update for you. Carter has cut that Coalfield lead to 3. It is now 18-15. Another score of interest, Cleveland leading over Farragut in the fourth quarter, 27-24.
And guys, if you're at home like me and just not good with computers and cell phones, tune in tonight after the show, the call-in show. They're going to have a ticker showing you every score in Tennessee. And call in. If you're at a ball game and want to call in, participate, let us know what you see.
Martinez, handoff goes to No, tries to get around the right end. He does. I hear a lot of whistle blowing. I do see a flag at around the 30-yard line.
Swaggerty motion, and it's on Anderson County.
Holding Anderson County. Martinez, handoff goes to No, try. I didn't see much there. So that is 10 yards from so the penalty happened around the 31-yard line. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which places the ball at the 41-yard line. Now Martinez drops back to pass. He's got a man, but he was hit as he threw, and that pass is incomplete, but flags are thrown.
Look like potential holding there. Let's see what they call. Holding.
Pass interference on South-Doyle. That's a 15-yard penalty. So let's check out this Chuck Fleischman replay.
He had a little bit of a jersey there on the front.
Yeah, and that's Greer. So Greer's back in the game, so that's good. So after the penalty,
the big takeaway from that, obviously pass interference, but still no separation by the wide receivers and the defensive backs.
So that brings up a Hammers 1st and 4. Interesting. Handoff goes to No. No gets up to the 20-yard line. That will bring up a Hammers 1st and 10. Pickup of 6.
Pickup. No coming in big.
So this game not short of drama. As you see that Chuck Fleischman replay.
It'd be ideal for Anderson County to be able to run the football until you score here and run that clock down.
Handoff, nope. And No gets up to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 2, brings up 2nd and 8.
Anderson County offensive line with the hands on the hips. They're feeling it.
Martinez.
Gets the audible from the sideline.
Sends a receiver to the boundary. Bunch formation to the left. Tailback behind him. And that's Nick Moog, and Moog gets the carry, and he breaks free. Gets to the 10, up to the 7 before he's finally brought down. And on the tackle is a Marion Greer, but a huge pickup by Nick Moog.
Folks. This is outstanding. He's running through arm tackles left and right, refusing to go down.
We do have an injured player on the field, and that looks like Jamichael Ham.
Ham's been down twice tonight.
Yeah, he has an interception tonight and has 3 interceptions on the season, so that he's a big part of that Anderson County team, or that South-Doyle team as well. So I'd like to say another big thank you to Anderson County Mayor Terry Frank, who says it's an honor to serve the great community of Anderson County. Lewis Reidner says, vote Lewis Reidner for Circuit Court Clerk, Anderson County Court Clerk. Paid for by the candidate, Pam Reidner, Treasurer. Dave Clark, District Attorney General, working for a better and safer Anderson County. And also Public Attorney Ann Coria, proud to serve Anderson County citizens as your public defender. And Trustee Regina Copeland, proud to sponsor the Anderson County Mavericks. Good to see Ham get up there. As Anderson County will have a 1st and goal. Ball is at the 7-yard line with 8:25 left to go in the game. 8:25 left to go. What did I say, 7?
Big drive here for Anderson County. They've got to run the clock and get into the end zone.
It's a big set of downs right here. Handoff, no. Tries to bounce to the outside, cannot. He's drugged down on the play. And credit Monday coming from that defensive end position.
His 2nd and goal from the 9.
Boy, this looks like it could score. But Cameron Monday breaks free from his block and gets him. Under 8 minutes left to go in this game. 2nd goal from the 9. Loss of 2 on that play. Nick Moog back in the game. Martinez directing traffic. Here's the snap. Handoff to Moog. Moog gets across the 5, still fighting and digging. Gets down to the 4. 3rd and goal. Boy, Nick Moog is running hard tonight.
He is. He is really showing out tonight. He is saying, I deserve some more touches.
3rd and goal from the 4. Moog gets the handoff again, is trying to fight for the end zone, and he's brought down at the 1.
Wow.
Good stand by South-Doyle. A very big 4th down upcoming for Anderson County.
I don't think there's a choice.
You have to go for it. I mean, I guess you don't have to.
And
I don't see why they wouldn't, though.
You give the ball to nobody else other than no.
And again, I alluded to this earlier, but this is the interesting situation that a lot of people hate. You're at the 1-yard line. You're lined up in the shotgun.
I'm one of them.
2 H-backs in the game, though. Handoff, no. Skips into the end zone. That is a Ryan Spitzer touchdown, Anderson County.
Carries for an Anderson County touchdown.
Woo! This one's got my blood pressure up a little bit. Look at this Chuck Fleischman replay. The 2 extra H-backs in the game allowed No to just kind of hurdle into the end zone. And Anderson County retakes the lead. Very important extra point here. Nelson to kick, Phillips to hold. Set, kick is up, and it bounces off the upright in. And Anderson County now leads this 31-28 with 6:23 left to go in the game. Watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. That one was ugly.
Boing.
Boink. It just falls inside the upright. How about that? So Anderson County retakes the lead here in South-Doyle, 31-28. This is a good one.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Make this spring.
Back at the OEB Law Game of the Week, Karen Harvey, James Hoot Gibson. Anderson County getting ready for this Roger Miller kickoff after the Mavericks get a muffed punt and get into the end zone with 6:23 left to go in this game to retake the lead. This kickoff strategy is all based on where Sean Gary is.
They try not to kick it to Swaggerty and Gary.
Yeah, I don't even see Gary in the game now. And so this one is kicked deep.
Swaggerty.
And it is Swaggerty taking it at the 8. Runs from right to left, now reverses his field again and brought down at the 18. Great coverage there for Anderson County, and South-Doyle will begin this Sexton Automotive drive deep in their own territory. Actually, they give him the 20. However, the public address announcer says that there's a flag on the play, and I didn't see one.
I didn't either, but with his entourage, I trust his eyes. He's got about 15 people in there telling him stuff.
Yeah, actually, the officials are standing over the flag. You can see that little yellow handkerchief there beside the ball. So, I don't know. This is in the place where maybe a face mask would be. South-Doyle was whistled for a block in the back off a kickoff earlier in the game. Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct on South-Doyle.
Big penalty.
That is interesting. That will be half the distance to the goal. And so this one is, and so the ball will be placed at the 10. So as we look at this Chuck Fleischman replay, let's see if we can see anything. So there's the tackle. Looking for some, don't have any, I didn't see anything there.
I didn't see it either. It's probably mouthing.
So now down 3. South-Doyle takes back over with 6:15 left to go in the game, 90 yards away from the goal line. Sean Gary gets the handoff, runs out of bounds. See where they spot him. The original line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. So South-Doyle electing to run with Gary on the boundary side of the field. Martin with 2 wideouts to his right. Gary in the backfield. Martin drops back to pass, lets it go. That pass falls incomplete.
Hunter Simpson just couldn't hang on to it, and that's a big break for that South-Doyle offense. Hit him right in the hands. And if it hits you right in the hands, you got to come down with it. And I've loved this play call. They've done this several times, sneaking him out of the backfield. And Anderson County actually did a good job defending that right there, but he just didn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And now we got a man down. I think that's Simpson struggling with cramps. We've not seen near as many cramps lately as we saw towards the beginning of the season.
What would you say that tattoo means on that guy's calf?
I don't know.
Looks like a...
Okay, Carter has taken the lead over Coalfield 22-18, and it's actually in the third quarter. We thought that it was in the fourth quarter earlier. It's not. It's just in the third quarter. 22-18 is that score.
Somebody from Coalfield, shoot us a text message. Let us know what the heck you're seeing down there, because I'd love to have some eyeballs on that one.
Well,
I'm saying numbers is probably starting.
Brad's phone's going off.
Yeah. All right. So the injured player able to get up off the field. 6:04 left to go in this one. 3rd and 10, South-Doyle. And they don't have the correct numbers on the field, South-Doyle. And now South-Doyle's going to have to take a timeout. They only had 10 men on the field. Wow. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Thank you for your support for over 55 years.
Join the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
XL Bowman & Son, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
Back at your OEB Law Game of the Week. 6:04 left to go in the game. 3rd and 10 for South-Doyle. The Cherokees trail Anderson County 31-28. Just like last year's game, this one is coming down to the wire and could come down to a score in the final minute of the game. South-Doyle, wonderful facilities here.
Yeah, they really do. Great atmosphere, too.
Here's Martin, drops back to pass, lets it go. Pass ball's incomplete, trying to hit Gary. Brings up 4th and 10, just off the fingertips of the Cherokee star player.
Great atmosphere, too.
As we see on this Chuck Fleischman replay.
Confirmation, Martin.
Mm.
For Anderson County. Garrison Terry.
That's tough. And I tell you, where that pass was, I'm not so sure he would have had the first down anyway.
Probably not on the catch, but with his feet, it's untelling what he could have done. Let's see what Anderson County does here with should be positive field position if you don't let it go over his head and bounce for another 30 yards.
Yeah, I think Martin's last punt was 61 yards. This one is a high end over ender.
Yeah, he's going to catch that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
and Val catches it at the 46-yard line, South-Doyle. So this Sexton Automotive drive, yeah, that's Garrison Terry. Apologies. This Sexton Automotive drive will begin at the 45-yard line with the Hammers 1st and 10. So now Anderson County can try to put this one on ice.
You should get a heavy dose of no and a lot of inside run if they can have success. You want to keep that clock moving.
Sounds like my marriage. A heavy dose of no. Speaking of no, gets the handoff up to the 41-yard line, pick up a 4, brings up 2nd and 6.
I hope Kelly's not listening.
She's not. She's not, I hope. Kevin, no.
Somebody is, though. She'll get a message.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, I'll highlight that clip.
Oh, don't. Yeah. Don't do it. Now, South-Doyle does have 2 timeouts. That's important as time approaches 5:15 left to go in this game. No, again with the carry. Just kind of dances around.
He's so hard to tackle.
Falls forward close to the first down. He's going to be a little bit short, but...
You know, he is a taller running back, and I'm not sure that running back is where he would play at the next level. But he does a really good job of getting his pad level low and keeping that contact on his shoulders and not so much on his knees, which is a very good thing for a running back.
We've got another injury. It's Jay Streeter. And again, I believe it's just cramps. But I tell you what, watching that Chuck Fleischman replay and just kind of seeing him just kind of like just shuffle his feet to the right and just trying to skirt by people, and then dives forward for an additional 3 yards.
He's
after
tough,
that.
man. He is tough.
Those are important yards, too.
Very. And, you go back for years, Anderson County's always got a strong running back. I mean, as far back as I was in high school, and Coach was coaching up there from Oneida that moved down there. And I tell you, they always got a guy that is a stud.
And credit Nick Moog coming in rotation with Gavin No. That's been a big deal.
That's a dandy 1-2 punch. If you can keep No good and fresh by bringing in 18 off the bench, you're going to start squeaking out some of these close games.
And 18 is brought off the bench for this play here. An H-back and a tight end to the left.
Looks like they're trying to send a safety blitz.
Martinez gets the call.
Might make it audible. And try to run that clock as long as possible.
Handoff goes to Moog, and Moog is stacked up and dropped.
He made it close, though. He made a very tough gain with people hanging all over him.
I think he got closer than where they spotted
He got a real bad spot because he was close to the 35-yard line.
Okay, so now here's a big decision to make. There's 4 minutes left to go in the game. It's 4th and 1. I think Anderson County's probably going to try to draw South-Doyle offsides with a hard count. But if you don't get it here, then you give South-Doyle really good field position. But if you kick into the end zone, you're only netting yourself like a 16 additional yards. So Gavin No goes for it. He dives for the
second effort
line.
looks like it got it.
Man, I tell you what, South-Doyle's players, the defensive players, were kind of jumping up and down before that play was over.
And No is slow to limp off the sideline.
And they're going to give it to him. They're not even going to measure.
Now that tells you something right there, guys. No refused to go down on this. Hit way back in the backfield, stretched out to get the first down. He needs a ball to take home after that effort.
I tell you, after watching that Chuck Fleischman replay, there's some South-Doyle fans here that are upset.
But, yeah, that's first down. Excellent second effort by No.
So, Moog back into the game now. Tight formation to the left. Quick pitch out to Moog. Moog makes the first man miss, gets down to the 30-yard line.
He can stick that foot in the ground and get back inside. He is something special.
Anderson County picks up 5. And again, South-Doyle has 2 timeouts. If South-Doyle has 2 timeouts, if Anderson County gets another first down here, then the Cherokees are going to have to think about using those to stop the clock. Walker Martinez. Nick Moog in the backfield with him.
Both sophomores for this Anderson County football team. Very young.
And we've got some flags right there around the line of scrimmage. False start on Anderson County.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but not a very ugly game for Anderson County so far.
No, not at all.
Tough penalty right there, but not very many penalties on the night for Anderson County.
They had the 30-yarder there.
Yeah.
That was a killer, but other than that, been pretty clean. We're under 2.5 minutes to play. Anderson County in no hurry whatsoever. Play clock under 10. Play clock at 5. Play clock at 2. Handoff goes to Moog. Moog gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. We'll bring up 3rd and long. And so now Clark Duncan will use his second timeout to stop the clock with 2:06 left to go in the game. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Visit pattersonsappliances.com and check out our current cash savings promotions.
Had a late penalty there.
Okay, we do have a flag on the play. Let's see. Did they call that after the timeout was called?
Yep. Looked like mouthing, but I couldn't really tell.
Oh, my goodness. You hope for South-Doyle this is not on them.
I think it was.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, my gosh. That is huge. Clark Duncan calls a timeout with Anderson County facing a 3rd and 10. After he calls the timeout, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is called on South-Doyle, which gives Anderson County a first down.
While he's talking to his players, there's 2 or 3 players kind of lingering around the ball, and they're mouthing back and forth with Anderson County and get a penalty called on them. And they weren't even a part of the huddle. He is fired up.
That's a killer. That's a big play. Okay, so now we're going to get the timeout. With 2:06 left to go in this game, AC leads 31-28 over South-Doyle.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. Out of the timeout, South-Doyle with a huge penalty. A 15-yarder gives Anderson County a first down. It would have been 3rd and 10 otherwise. So South-Doyle could have gotten a stop and possibly gotten this ball back with about 2 minutes left. Instead, Anderson County, if Anderson County gets another first down, it's over. Because the Cherokees can only stop the clock one more time.
You just can't have penalties like that and win big ball games. It's a deciding factor to win those close ball games. And for Anderson County, they've kind of been the ones that's had those unfortunate penalties in the games past. So let's see what happens here on offense. They've got to continue to run that clock and get South-Doyle to waste that last time out.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Martinez, 3-2, high snap, gets it, hands off to No, gets around the right side, and he's brought down at about the 15-yard line. Anderson County South-Doyle quickly going to take a timeout. And that was quick. They were able to call the timeout with 1:59 left. Ball spotted at the 15. And this timeout brought to you by Patterson Appliances, your small town appliance specialist with big box pricing and a fully stocked warehouse.
First store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammer's popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammer's.
Back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. 1:59 left to go in this game. Anderson County with the football inside the red zone. 2nd and 5 for the Mavericks. South-Doyle can no longer stop the clock. Handoff goes to No. No is met and stopped. Somehow, he still picks up 3 yards And that will bring up 3rd and about 2.
Most important thing, he kept it in bounds. Tackle on the play was Cameron Monday, 6'2", 225-pound outside linebacker for that South-Doyle team.
It's now 3rd and short for Anderson County. 15 seconds on the play clock. 1:20 left to go in the game. And on the keepers, Martinez, and Martinez is gobbled up, lost a yard, which will bring up 4th and about 3. But again, South-Doyle cannot stop the clock. So if you're Anderson County, do you kick a field goal here? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't want to go up 6.
I'm going for it and try to use as much clock as possible.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking at the play clock. There's 10 seconds on the play clock right now. So they can run this thing down to about 26 seconds left to go in the game. And I believe they're going to get as close as possible and take a timeout, which is what they do. Stop clock at 27.1 seconds remaining. And this timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. This time, let's see, Save with Scratch and Dent Appliances at the Rockwood Outlet Store.
Mulch & More in Midtown is your landscaping headquarters. They offer mulch, topsoil, all types of gravel, sand, rock, crab orchard stone, riprap stone, and limestone gravel. Mulch & More does light excavation work. Do you need a driveway repaired? They can do it. Plus, Mulch & More can do your water and sewer lines, French drains, and more with Ditch Witch services. So whether you only need a half cubic yard up to 20 cubic yards, Mulch & More can help you. Give Gary a call today at 865-234-7060 at Mulch & More in Midtown.
Back at South-Doyle, 4th down. It's about 4th and 4 for Anderson County. Going to go for it with 27 seconds left deep into South-Doyle territory. Cherokees need to stop here. Handoff goes to No. No is brought down at about the 12. That's short of the first down, and so we will have a change of possession. South-Doyle will have 23 seconds left to try to go 88 yards.
South-Doyle will take over on down.
Several out routes towards
South-Doyle territory.
The sidelines here is what I'm going to expect. See if they can't get lucky. Connect on a big gain. Got to get out of bounds.
So here we go. This is the end of the game. Section Automotive Drive beginning at the 13-yard line of South-Doyle. Hammers 1st and 10.
Keep a close eye on that inside wide receiver.
Nick Martin. Under pressure. Brought down. Ball's on the ground. And it is recovered by Anderson County. The Mavericks take over. And this game effectively is going to end.
Undefeated South-Doyle. Huge win for the Anderson County Mavericks.
Wow, and I cannot believe how untouched Andrew Meyer was coming from that defensive end
Never
position.
picked him up, never seen him.
And Hunter Simpson was in the backfield.
Sack, force, fumble.
So now if you're Anderson County, you line up in victory formation, you take one knee, and this game is over. And that is what is going to be done. Walker Martinez downs it at the 15-yard line, and Anderson County moves to 2-0 in the region, knocking off undefeated South-Doyle. 31-28 is your final score. Huge game for Anderson County. Big win for the Mavericks. They go on the road and get this win.
Must have a win for the Anderson County Mavericks. Let's just be honest. sitting there with the possibility of being 1-3, 1-4. So, yeah, big must-win for Anderson County. They fought hard, and they didn't make as many mental mistakes as they had made in games past. Excellent showing by the Anderson County football team.
Think about this. South-Doyle had taken the lead 28-24. They get a big stop, force Anderson County to punt. Anderson County punts it, and they actually punt it to Sean Gary, which is something they hadn't done all night, and he bobbles it and fumbles it. South-Doyle's best player made a crucial mistake, giving Anderson County the ball. The Mavericks score on that drive to take the final lead of the game, 31-28.
Great game. We have had some great games this year.
Yes, we have.
On the OEB Game of the Week. Thanks to Brad Jones and company for picking these games. We've had some dandies, and you've been a part of that, and we're just grateful for our sponsors allowing us to bring you such quality football.
So for Anderson County, this feeling has to be good. You come into this game 1-3, but you hadn't lost a region game yet, so, no harm, no foul. But you got to win the region ones, because that's what gives you the playoff seeding. That determines whether or not you get a bye, you go on the road, things like that. So you come here with a bad record, 1-3, it's not good, but it's the win to move to 2-0 in the region.
Yeah, and you might see, if you don't really follow these two teams and you look at the records of both teams, you guaranteed would have probably picked South-Doyle. But we're very close with this. You see on the screen there, getting the red bellies. Anderson County is one of the better teams in East Tennessee. And for them to get this win after so many close games with the likes of Powell and so on and so forth, they needed this. This is huge for that program and for that school. So big win for the Anderson County Mavericks. Big loss, though, for the South-Doyle squad. Great football team. Not a lot of competition that they've played so far, in my opinion. Look at that screen there. Can't understate how important that game was to Anderson County.
South-Doyle was in the 5A semifinals last year.
Yeah.
So this is a huge win for Anderson County. And I think their season has to only go up from here.
No, it's going to. After this, you get the kids to see that they're not jinxed with some bad voodoo. It's going to be special. Keep an eye on Anderson County moving forward. I would hate to have to play them next week.
So an interesting scoring update that we just got. Carter had taken the lead over Coalfield by a score of 28? 28-15. Well, Coalfield, or 28-18. Coalfield just scored. Couldn't convert the extra point, so now Carter leads that 28-24 with 8:16 left. Coalfield is playing with a 4A team and a decent 4A team in Carter.
Some people might say Carter is playing with Coalfield. I'm a big believer in playing up in competition throughout your regular season. It's not about getting wins, throughout the regular season. It's about developing your talent for your playoff run. And Coach Napier also believes in that, and it's a good thing because it's going to help them moving forward when they get into the deep rounds of the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, Coalfield in single-A football could potentially be playing for a state championship this year.
No, they've done it before.
They have done it before.
It wasn't that long ago either.
Parker McKinney led the way.
So, Brad Jones actually reached out to the TSSAA to explain this to us so that we would know for sure. So, again, the way this works for Coalfield, if they get beat by Carter tonight, they will have a loss in the regular season. However, because Oakdale had to forfeit their game tonight, Coalfield will get the region win. So they'll, and Carter will also get a region win. So, and if Carter wins, of course, they'll get a regular season win too, like a regular win also, but and vice versa. So you can't take that region win away. It counts for the COVID forfeit. but it can hurt your overall record if you lose one of these previously unscheduled games.
Well, guys, listen, next week we've got a big game, Harriman versus Rockwood. I don't know how many it makes, but it's a lot, and you're not going to find better high school football than that ball game next week. So if you're around, you want to come out and watch a good ball game, get in there and come to the ball game. Watch us online, watch us on Comcast, on everything that you see on the screen there, and watch some good high school football.
That's the oldest rivalry in the state of Tennessee.
It's one of the oldest in the entire country. East Tennessee's been playing high school football a long time, and there's two teams right there, Harriman High School and Rockwood High School.
This game right here is leading us to somewhere. You got to understand that ain't the end of it. Right? We got to come back together again. We're going to celebrate.
And they always sport some really good talent and some really good close football games.
Yeah, those two schools not separated by a lot of mileage at all.
No, those kids grow up playing each other, and they hate losing each other. So it's always a good environment and an excellent football game.
And I enjoy the fact that we can kind of join in on this celebration with the Anderson County Mavericks. You see, that is a team that is fired up and feels like
they needed it. They needed that win. And thank you to cameraman Chris Brickia getting that footage to us. You see the look on those coaches' face and administrators' faces. It's been a long year. They have took a lot of criticism. They have it's been up, it's been down. So they fought, they believed, they knew what they have. They were excited about this year, and things didn't start off right. But it's going to finish right, I guarantee you, after tonight.
Yeah, they knew how big this game was. And now they control their own destiny in the region, and that is huge. Because you don't want to be going on the road when you get to the playoffs.
No, you do
Until
not.
you have to anyway.
Yep, and especially with the likes that they have rolling around in their playoff divisions.
I just want to take one last opportunity to say thank you to a few of our sponsors. Of course, Anderson County Mayor Terry Frank, and of course she says that it's an honor to serve this great community. Also, Lewis Reidner says vote Lewis Reidner for Circuit Court Clerk, Anderson County Court Clerk, paid for by the candidate Pam Reidner, Treasurer. Dave Clark, District Attorney General, working for a better and safer Anderson County, Public Attorney Ann Coria, been with us all year long, proud to serve Anderson County citizens as your public defender, and Trustee Regina Copeland, proud to sponsor the Anderson County Mavericks. Of course, also, let's throw a big shout out to OEB Law, on board with us, title sponsor this year as well. A big thank you, I'd like to say, to Oak Ridge Utility District, Evans Mortuary, Griffin Insurance, SL Bowman and Sons, Free Medical Clinic, Ray Varner Ford, Mulch and More, American Outdoor Equipment, Harriman Utility Board, Roan State Community College, Patterson Appliance Center, Rockwood Natural Gas, Judge Roger Miller, and Judge Ryan Spitzer, all allowing us to bring this game on.
It never will be.
Well, the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show is coming up as soon as we wrap up here. So give a call in to that Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show, a long-standing tradition here on BBB TV Channel 12. Also streaming online on Facebook and YouTube as well. But join Queener and Cox. Take those they're going to take those phone calls. We're going to hear a lot about the different games that took place tonight. And I'm sure you'll have some Anderson County fans calling in talking about this one.
Call in, guys. Participate. I know a lot of people call and listen, but call and participate. Bring something to those guys that maybe they weren't able to pick up or didn't see. We don't have eyes everywhere, so call in and let us know what you've seen and what you didn't see and what you liked and what you didn't like. And let's talk some Tennessee football. It's a big game this week with Tennessee Tech coming into Neyland, and it's a good opportunity for Tennessee to be able to work with some depth players and try to work out some kinks with those quarterbacks. And call in and participate.
Funny story. I was asking you what you thought maybe the final score would be, and you said, "Well," and then you started talking. And I said, "Yeah, because it's going to be close." And you kept talking for a second, and then you realized what I said, and then you stopped and just gave me a look. It's not going to be close, folks.
Better not.
No, the score in my heart earlier in this week was 55-0. I'll see how close I get to that. We'll see.
I believe mine was 54-7.
Yeah,
so we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of good games coming on this week. So if you got the TV on, turn it on and watch some good college football.
Brad, we ready to get out of here?
Yep.
All right, Brad says it's time to go, so closing time for us. For the crew here at BBB TV Channel 12, Brad Jones, of course, and the man beside me, James Gibson. I'm Aaron Harvey, and we had a good one tonight as Anderson County defeats South-Doyle by a final score of 31-28. Stay tuned for that free medical clinic scoreboard show right here. So long, folks.
And OEB Law is excited for a season full of big hits, perfect plays, and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OEB Law will come to your defense and tackle any obstacle blocking you from scoring a full and fair settlement. Call OEB Law 865-546-1111 and turn your wreck into a check.
The Harriman Utility Board works hard to ensure reliable electric power is delivered to our service area. Recurring tree trimming and maintenance is essential to preventing unplanned outages caused by falling trees. HUB crews are constantly at work during the peak growing season and respond rapidly to storm damage. As partners in our community, we urge customers to be aware of the importance of electric line right-of-way management. Find out more about current right-of-way policies at our website, hub-tn.com.
You do everything from checklists and tackling kids' activities to exploring and enjoying life's special moments. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton can help you embrace it all in a new or pre-owned vehicle. 2021 Ford Explorer XLT 4x4, $37,989. A 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 Double Cab, $31,590. 2019 Ford Fiesta, $16,550, only 2,000 miles. Prepare your vehicle for seasonal changes at our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center.
Local you trust, a lifestyle you can afford.
Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
I am a Simplicity dealer. This business is my life, my career. If you need a new mower, I'll help you choose the model that will make your property look its very best and even let you take a test drive. When it does need service, you can rely on my factory service training and genuine parts. Because I don't just sell products, I build relationships. I am a Simplicity dealer.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense.
Ask Griffin Insurance Agency in Kingston if auto owners make sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
I'm Dale Haddon, the nurse practitioner and clinical manager at the Oak Ridge Clinic. It's very important to get the COVID vaccine. This is a way we are going to make our whole community safe. This is a way we will make you and your family safe. The COVID vaccine is 95% effective when you have had both shots, and it means that you will not get the illness, you will not have the side effects that people see from having the illness over a long period of time, and it makes your community safe.
Roger Miller is a conservative and lifetime resident of Anderson County who has served as Sessions Judge since 2014. Judge Miller has adjudicated more than 30,000 cases, both civil and criminal, over the past 7 years. Roger is a graduate of Clinton High School, and he volunteers time coaching youth sports and serving as an instructor. A paramedic for 12 years, Roger worked saving lives at the Anderson County EMS, MedFlight 5, and Methodist Medical Center. In 2022, let's re-elect Roger Miller, General Sessions Judge.
Ryan Spitzer has been a prosecutor in Anderson County since 2007, prosecuting more than 2,500 cases over the past decade. Ryan has been the Drug Task Force prosecutor for the past 7 years. Ryan donates time working with local nonprofits. A veteran, Ryan spent 6 years serving his country as an Army medic in the National Guard. Ryan is a family man who works hard every day to keep Anderson County families safe. Experience matters.